Yes, I am timely. Hello everyone. How are we all doing today? Hope we're all having a wonderful, wonderful Monday evening or afternoon.
There
If
he
you're
is.
there, you are. Also, I got us matching diamond blue face cam borders because I remember. Well, by remember I mean I checked the last two podcasts. You always had
I
this
was
one.
wondering what
Yeah. So
you
we're
were gonna.
now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Yeah. Now we've got matching
I knew
diamond
you
blue.
changed it. I was like, you got good taste, Chris, but
Yeah.
what am I gonna use? I
Yeah.
love that we're matching. I was wondering if you're gonna do
Yeah.
that. Oh my God. I
Oh.
had the exact thought. I love it.
Oh yeah. And by the way, guys, as you probably know, if you've actually watched the past podcasts, or if you know this wonderful individual, that our guest today is SpicyBritt for the finale of the Wanted Streaming podcast. Um,
Yay.
I mean, we love to see it. Like, I love finishing a trilogy, and this is the third one. This is the Dark Souls 3 of the bunch. In incognito, Ori, thank you so much for the follow there. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Hell yeah. Um,
Yay.
But yeah, also, if you guys are having a wonderful day, please let me know in the chat. We will be responding to chat because it shows up on the podcast. Weirdly enough, the moment I started actually responding to chat in podcast was the moment that you actually first came along for the podcast because I thought Brit is a just chatting
Huh.
streamer, so it probably makes sense for us to respond.
Really
Yeah, probably makes sense for us to
interesting.
respond to chat. And then it just became a thing for every guest since. But yeah, uh, one thing that we were talking about actually before the podcast started was Dark Souls. Dark Souls, specifically one, two, and three. I mean, we were talking about all of them. Let's be honest. But yeah, before when we had Brett on the podcast, I did not finish Dark Souls 1. And now that I have, we can talk all about it.
So
um,
proud of you. I technically haven't finished it either. Like Sandwich always reminds me because I have not completed the DLC. I've
uh,
only completed through Artorias.
so you got the Sanctuary
So,
Guardian and Artorias. You have not got the other
mm,
two. Right.
hmm
Oh, I mean,
yeah, I'll have to do it. I have to do it
if you
just
want,
so he can't say
if you
anything.
want to get your ass kicked, go for those two. Just either of them. Oh
I
my word.
remember when he did it on stream. Wait, is it Manus the
Yeah.
dragon?
No,
Yeah, that one was
Calamite is the
intense. Oh no,
dragon.
maybe Calamite. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. That's
Manus
the one
is
that
the one that I call evil Rafiki because he looks a bit like Rafiki, but if he went through a gothic phase. Um, like, I've legit made a meme about it. Let me just actually let's see if I have it still saved. Call it image. I called it like Rafiki Manus or something like that. Under memes. Um, there we go. Oh, don't discard. Oh, okay. Now let's just shrink that down. So take a look at that. Look at the similarities between the two.
Did
Like,
you make this meme?
yes, I did. So I took two PNGs of both Rafiki and Manus, and you just see the similarities. First of all, you can see the cane that they both have. The position of the camera, you can see both their legs are like.
Hi, Link.
Hey there, Link. How are you doing? Hope you're having a lovely day. I realised that I've got this above the chat. There we go. Who'd have thought my breath would be taken away? I know. I mean, it. Look at Manus. um,
Yeah, just look at him.
just look at that guy. But yeah, he's got the cane. His hand is positioned in the same way as Rafiki's. Like, look at that. So yeah, my lore theory is that Manus and Rafiki are one and the same.
Oh,
Um,
an entire theory.
yeah, and Sanctuary Guardian must be Simba by that logic. But yeah,
Oh yeah, it's like a little lion.
a lion exactly.
I
Um,
get
maybe it isn't the emo phase. Maybe it's like evil Kermit. Oh yeah, it's just evil Rafiki. Thank you so much for the follow there, Link. I appreciate it. Um, but yeah, so that is your first.
Leave Kermit out of this.
What was that?
She's talking shit on Kermit.
Ah, Kermit. Oh, see, I see, like the rainbow Kermits in the background. Ah, I see what you mean. Um, but yeah, Manus or Evil Rafiki will be the first of the two, and the last actually required boss in the DLC. Calamite is completely optional, but I absolutely implore that you go for Calamite because he is so fucking cool. I like Calamite.
Yeah, you can't not do them all if you're
Yeah,
trying to go for completion.
exactly. I'm talking about that Kermit meme. Oh yeah, the evil Kermit meme. I can't remember what it looks like. I didn't know that Kermit's one of them. um,
Oh, I
yeah.
get it. I know what you mean.
Um, so I feel like what we should do is that's going to be my mission now. Thinking about it, just get Disney characters and put them in a Dark Souls comparison.
Wait, yeah, Chris, you could put those two on
Yeah,
top of the meme,
yeah, and you
and
got
it
yeah,
would be fitting.
exactly. Oh, and then you got Bed of Chaos and Sleeping Beauty. They are basically the same. Um, 'Cause
I enjoy how your brain works.
oh, I mean, I'm glad someone does. uh, who would Gwyn be?
Mm.
Um, I was going to say Hercules, but Hercules doesn't have a beard. Um,
Oh,
uh,
they must have a
shit.
beard.
Yeah, because Gwyn has he's basically Santa Claus. Santa Claus is Gwyn. There we go.
Okay, there we go.
There we
Easy,
go.
easy money.
Um, I like how this just turned into lore theories of which Dark Souls characters are in Disney films. Um, which I basically will represent this entire podcast, guys, because I planned nothing this time around. Because it's the finale. Like, we could talk about literally anything, and it would, it would be fine. And another thing that we were talking about regarding Dark Souls was the fact that I'm actually surprised that I'm ahead of you in Dark Souls 3. Because you said that
Wait, where
you're.
are you? I've seen so much of the
Um,
gameplay
have you
that I'm
seen.
probably know.
I am at Aldrich, the Devourer
Oh,
of
okay.
Gods.
Is
Um,
that like the really no, that I think I'm getting that one confused with the boss from Dark Souls 2, like the huge one. I think is just like the torso or something. It's like hanging over like a
oh, I think you're. The skeleton. Are you thinking about Wolnir, the big skeleton boy?
maybe.
That's Dark Souls 3, but that's earlier in the game.
Mm, hold on. I'll find it.
Uh,
Anyway,
if you think about the big skeleton
you were
boy
telling
with
me where you
the
were.
weird bracelets, I'm not going to tell you when.
Yeah, wait,
Yeah, that's Wolnir.
bracelets.
Yeah, that's Wolnir.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so
Oh,
I
okay.
know that you've not faced Wolnir yet, so I'm not going to say when. All I'm going to say is, I mean, I know
Oh my God,
people.
you got me wanting to play so bad, Chris. You got me
Yeah,
wanting
you
to
know
play
what? You and I both said that we need to challenge ourselves and get us through Dark Souls 2 together. So I feel like that's one thing that we should actually do. Like we just both play side by side, just play some fucking Dark Souls 2 together. See who can make it further.
honestly, the moral support is necessary.
Oh yeah. I mean,
It is.
I feel like if there's anyone who could morally support me to do it, it would be you. Because
I would
like
try my very best.
yeah, like one thing about your streams, which is never changed, is that you're always like uplifting for other people. Like I rarely ever hear you talk bad about yourself, and whenever you do, you get shut down. But whenever like it's another person, even if it's like a hateful person, you never like put someone down. You either raise them up, or you'll be like, oh, and that makes you fulfilling whenever they say something really harsh. Like you're like certainly you're a class act. I would say it's the best way to put it. A class act. Um.
Oh my,
Oh my
you're so
god.
sweet.
Uh.
Yeah, I
Oh
was,
my god. I knew you. I
I was
knew.
resisting.
Yeah.
Okay.
I heard the oh my in the British accent, and I had to finish it. Oh my god. Uh. Like
Well,
that's yeah. That's another thing about British. So I said I had no plans. I accidentally stumbled upon a plan today.
oh no.
Um, which is odd because I didn't really plan it. Oh my
Scampi.
god. Oh, Sandwich. How are you doing, Sandwich? I'm having a lovely day. But yeah, so one thing that we've always talked about is British slang and British foods. Yeah, clip it if you want to. Oh my god. I mean, we love British
Wait, yeah, we need
Brits.
to have Chris's version over at the
Yeah.
stream.
You know what? That can be, a sound alert for you. Oh my
Hell yeah.
god.
Okay. We
Oh,
got plenty to choose from now.
yeah. But one thing that we haven't, well, that we have talked about, but we haven't talked about to an extent, is British foods and drinks that aren't sold in America. And one of the first things that I
Hmm.
got, and the only thing that actually made me go for Fanta Fruit Twist over Dr. Pepper, is that it's not sold in the US, and I thought it would make a good
Fruit
conversation.
twist.
Yes. So it's a.
Hmm.
I know you have
It's
different.
carbonated.
Yeah, it's carbonated. Fanta, of course, is a carbonated drink, usually orange flavored for most of the world, but you can also have other flavors like lime, lemon, all that stuff. I don't think lime actually,
I think I've
grapefruits.
seen grape. Yeah.
Yeah, grape, that's a good one. Um, but one thing that I've only ever seen in the UK is Fanta Fruit Twist. Every time someone talks about why you don't eat meat, oh my god. Uh, yeah, like that's a thing. That's another thing. I found a revelation for us. I'll talk about it in a moment, Brit.
A
About
revelation. Oh, I'm
something that we thought was
excited.
vegan, but actually isn't because I looked at the ingredients. Um,
Oh, okay.
but yeah, so with Fantasy Fruit Twist here, it says the ingredients contain the likes of orange, peach, apple, and passion fruits. So
What was the
it's
third one?
apple.
Apple?
Yeah. So it's
Hmm.
from what I can see, um,
Would you say it's like a fruit punch flavor?
yeah, it's kind of
Like,
fruit. It's kind of fruit punch, yes, but fizzy, and I would say
that
better.
sounds good.
I'd say better because this is the best drink I've ever drank.
Really? Like
Yeah,
the
I love
best?
it. Like ever since I was a kid, I got addicted to
Hmm.
it from one taste.
That flavor specifically?
Yeah, like I love Fanta
Hmm.
in most flavors. Every flavor that I've had, I've liked, but this is just another level. But yeah, so
Yummy.
it's mostly orange, like most, like Fanta usually is, but it's got a fair amount of percentage. 1% of the entire thing is either peach, apple, or passion fruit, and then you got 3.4%. So it's basically half orange, half the other flavors for like a good mix up, which makes me actually
Mm.
want to try it and try.
I like that it tells you the exact fruit flavors that are in there.
Yeah, and I think that's due to like when you look at ingredients, like it's a legal requirement to tell you what is exactly in it. Like I remember this stupid news story in the UK of a bunch of like peanuts or walnuts, something like that, having to be taken off the shelf because it didn't say may contain nuts on the packaging. Like
Well,
you just
that's the law for you.
yeah, you gotta love the UK. And that's just one of them. Like, I'm pretty sure you told me that you don't have smoky bacon flavored Pringles in your country.
Not that I'm aware of.
No, and we thought these were vegan because we talked about it and
Right.
we googled it
Oh,
saying,
right.
are they vegan? And
Because we checked for milk and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah, and I'm pretty sure it said that they were vegan. But then
Huh.
yeah, the finale. It's been a wild year of the podcast. Thank you, Cookie. It has been wild.
Yay.
I'm glad that I can do this again. At least for one last time. For now. But yeah. So when we googled it, I'm pretty sure it said that they were vegan. I looked at the packaging. It says suitable for vegetarians, and I'm like, wait, that's odd. And it turns out that it does contain milk, and that's why they're not
Oh, of
vegan.
course it's the
Yeah,
milk.
because
It's so
yeah, and
annoying.
it's the third one down on the ingredients list. It says
It's
like obviously your usual stuff like dehydrated dextrose flavor, and it says flavor enhancers, monosodium glutamate, disodium guanylate powder, and then after powder it has in brackets milk, and like oh, so sadly that's another thing that is off the list that you're unable to try out, Brits. Sadly, which is a shame because they are very Moorish. I just wish that they just
I like that descriptor.
yeah they are very Moorish. Like you just mm, Probably to Pringles though. I don't know if you.
Would you say, wait, does that mean like you want to keep eating them
Yeah,
more-ish,
more.
or does that
Yeah,
just mean delicious?
it just
Or
means.
is it like,
I mean, I just want to have more of them. Like once you eat
mm,
one, you can't. You need
yeah,
to actually physically
right.
resist yourself having another.
Yeah, and
Um.
that is a common phenomenon, but
Yeah, but I
we
think.
don't use a word for it
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, I think the reason why is because the ingredients contain stuff like starch and stuff like that can make you want
I
more.
also heard you say that there was MSG in there, so that'll make you want some more too.
Monosodium glutamate.
Monoso
Yeah,
yeah.
MSG.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's that stuff that makes it taste
yeah.
good.
I'm pretty sure isn't MSG like a type of salt, or am I wrong?
It's like an yeah, it's like a seasoning, an
Yeah,
umami like flavor
yeah.
that just makes things taste better.
That
It's
makes
like
sense.
magical.
Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, like
Hell
that stuff.
yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure like I don't know if it's actually. Oh, excuse me. I don't know if MSG is good for you or bad for you, or it's like indifferent, or I mean, probably not good for you. But I don't know if it's whether or not it's bad for you or not, because I hear people like
Right. I
kind
don't think
of
it's bad in a way
yeah,
that's worse than other things, like worse
exactly.
things that we consume. Yeah.
Yeah, and then
But
I mean to be fair, when you look at the way that, especially when you watch Food Wars in fast food, you see the ingredients for UK stuff, and for the most part, it's either normal stuff or it's like you got a few chemicals in there which
right, at the
aren't
very least
harmful.
it's pronounceable
Yeah, and then you look
and,
at the
not
US
too long of
version.
a list.
Yeah, and then you look at the US version. It's a fucking chemistry lab. I mean,
It's so interesting to look at the side by side.
exactly. Been a very fun watch the whole way through. Thank you so much, Cookie. I'm glad that like the podcast can actually provide that much fun. And honestly, it's the guests that make it fun for me personally. Which is why Brit is back for the third time. Uh,
Yeah,
like yeah, like
it's fun.
it is fun. Like it is just good fun, especially when you're with a friend, and when you become friends with someone. It's like it's either one of those friendships where you're casual friends, or it's one of those friendships where like you just want to hang out with them all the time. But obviously sometimes you can't. So you just want to, but you do like want to hang out with them all the time. And I feel like that's we have like something between the two. Like we are casual friends that I always want to hang out with you in your streams, or even in the voice chat, because I know that you. I think one thing that's exclusive, that's very rare to find, is a streamer who has a Discord, and they actively go into their own VC quite often. Um, because I feel like sometimes it's the case of you need to have it like sometimes they have it like arranged like to be like it'll be happening this day of the week or something like that. Uh, but it's rare to
Right, like
find
community
them.
night.
Yeah, like I do want to do like a either a late night community games or like community like you said watch party, maybe watch parties for community nights and stuff like that. But it's rarely you rarely ever find someone like just casually going into a VC any time of the week just to hang out. And I think that's very reflective of your community in that you do that. You yourself do it. I've seen a lot of the streamers in your community also do it in that one in particular, and it's yeah, it's I feel like there's something special about
Love
that.
it.
Yeah, there's something special about having that kind of connection, in my opinion. I would say.
I agree. I agree with you.
Yeah.
It does feel special. And I mean, like it's definitely like why I started streaming, like to, create connections and like friends and all that stuff. So the fact that it's working out the way that I wanted it to is just fantastic. Could not
Yeah.
be happier.
Like I feel like that's a thing. Like it's very like luck based when it comes to streaming and communities and stuff like that. Um, like well to gain that stuff, it's luck based. It's probably like a mixture of luck and skill. When you're able to keep them around, and I feel like I feel like a lot of like people feel very lucky when they come across a certain streamer and they are like just everything that they want either in a streamer or just in a friend or in like just someone that they want to watch. Whatever it may be. Like if you find someone like sometimes it's like a case of can I be on? Can I be on your podcast? Sadly, Link, this is the finale. Maybe if I keep doing this next year, maybe get you on the podcast. Yeah, I mean, I'll be down for it. Um, but yeah, like um, I do adore like having people on the podcast for the specific reason of if these people like if I was in a different situation, like if it was a different place at a different time, uh, like to from a different perspective, I would not be able to interact with these people the way that I interact with them on the podcast. I would not be able to, talk to them like friends or, someone who is, just someone that I really admire as a human being. And there are a lot of them. Like, weirdly enough, despite the fact that we've had 12 podcasts, I've had 10 guests, not 12. And part of the reason is because, like, when it comes to a lot of the streamers that I watch, sometimes they can't, make a day, that stuff kind of sucks sometimes. Some days it's a case of, like, sometimes they do. By the time I ask them, they end up not streaming for a long time. Like they haven't streamed for months on end. And I'm like the gimmick is like to get good people, get good streamers, especially the recognition they deserve. And so when they start streaming, I want to make sure that they get that reception as soon as possible. And then you get sometimes moments like this today where I was like, you know what, it's the finale. I just want to, hang out with someone that I really, love being around. And so, like, you get someone like Brit
Yeah.
to come along. Yay.
Yeah, I
Um,
was so glad that you asked me. I was very
yeah.
excited to hang out.
Yeah, especially considering, like, it's weirdly enough, I'm pretty sure, was it May or June that you were last on? Because if it was May, then that's half a year ago. Because I know
I
you.
think it was near my
Yeah.
1 year anniversary. I remember us talking
Oh
about
yeah,
that.
it was
So
May. It was May.
yeah.
It was before your anniversary. I remember. Um,
Mhm.
hey there, Steelman. It's going very well, thank you. How are you doing today?
Hey.
Um, but yeah, like so it was just before your anniversary, and also in 1 year, like the amount that you managed to achieve, and the kind of person that you managed to, the kind of people that you managed to bring into your community. It was just fantastic. That's all you could find. I'm kidding. Yeah, that was
Oh,
all. That was all. But yeah, so and then half a year later, we are here right now, just hanging out on the 28th. Weirdly enough, 28th when it comes to days tends to be the day that like the day of the month that tends to be the one that everything happens. Like my anniversary is on the 28th of October. The first podcast was on the 28th of December. And the last
hmm.
one is the 28th of November, the next year.
Almost
So,
exactly a year.
exactly. And also, I'm pretty sure Mario Kart 8 came out on the 28th of April, which is my half year anniversary um, for streaming.
And you love it. You
Yeah.
love that game.
I mean, yeah. I mean, the next DLC is coming out on the 11th of December. So, guess what I'm going to be playing on the 11th of
Oh,
December for
they're still coming out with DLC. Damn.
yeah, so they got one big like DLC pack, which is 6 waves, so 12 different cups, and from what I know, it's going to be once every 4 months. So
Mm.
the first one was a long time ago, like I don't know how long ago, like seven. No, I think it was. I think it was announced in like December or January, and then it came out in like March or April, and then the next one came out in August. And now, like, it's been announced this next one's going to be in December, and they've announced all the tracks for it, and I'm just like, yes, like the ones that they announced. None of them were Toad's Factory, so I'm a bit, I'm a bit annoyed about that. But you know, we've still got time. We've still got another year.
Wait. What are you annoyed about? What Toad
Um,
Factory? Hold up.
Toad's Factory in Mario Kart Wii is my
Mhm.
favorite Mario Kart track, and they still haven't brought it back
Oh,
yet.
oh, but
Um,
they are going to, or you just hope?
it's not been confirmed yet, but I'm just hoping. Like, just give me Toad's Factory Nintendo. That's all I need, and also Rainbow Road for the Wii as well. Just give me Mario Kart Wii again. Just do that. I love that game. but yeah, Jesus, my voice is straining. Um, but yeah, so the DLC the DLC cycle for this will be ending next year, the end of next year. So yeah, there's going to be the last one this year, which is the third wave. Then waves 4, 5, and 6 will be next year, and
Mm.
they've not confirmed which ones the Mario Kart Death and Chat, Mario Kart Death and Chat, Mario Kart Death and Chat.
Anybody got some scoop?
Somebody.
I should play that. I should
Oh yeah,
definitely
you
play
have.
my Switch more
Yeah,
often.
you have Mario Kart, don't you? I need to 1v1 you. I
Please, no. I
yeah.
want to have fun. I don't want to get destroyed.
Okay, I need to play with you, and just
In a group setting,
in a
so I'm
group
not the only one
setting,
getting my ass beat.
where the other members of the group are computers.
No. Okay, well maybe. All right, maybe.
Because weirdly enough, previous podcast guests, not all of them, but some of them, have faced me in Mario Kart, and I've destroyed Meeple. I've destroyed Kells. I will get everyone who has Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I was going to say Mario Kart Wii. That's out of date. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. If you have Mario Kart, I challenge you. I still need to get Sammy to play it as well. Because I,
Mhm. And a Mario Party. I want to play
oh,
Mario Party. Party
uh,
is so fun.
yeah. I mean, Mario Party hates me, but I mean, here's a game. If you want to play Mario Party, this is the one that you need to get, Brit, so that we can play together, and
I
so
have
that
it. I do. I have
oh yeah,
access to this. I
you have
just need to.
oh
Yeah.
okay.
Dearnall said he would put me on his family plan. I just need to turn on my Switch.
Yeah. To be fair, it's the most casual console you could get nowadays, a Switch.
Yeah.
Uh,
Mhm.
so I don't blame you. But yeah, if I were to kick your ass in Mario Kart, will you kick my ass in Mario Party?
I mean, I feel like Mario Party is more up to chance, but I would try very hard.
Oh yeah, like I'm pretty sure.
Mario Kart takes skill.
Yeah, I mean Mario Kart. I feel like it takes
I
skill
mean,
and it's a lot of luck, unless you're in first place, in which case it's just getting coins over and over and over again.
uh-huh.
God damn.
I get, I guess you got to be like okay at the mini games for Mario Party, but
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I kick ass in the fucking. I've lost my words. In the fucking mini games. Mini games. That's a word. You
Oh
say.
yeah, you're good at those
You,
too.
I mean, I did last time. I'm just waiting for Super Smash to enter this conversation. I need to get Super Smash.
Zach,
Like
I will play the campaign mode or whatever it's called. I
online is
can't.
where you get just fucking wrecks in.
Yeah, I will. I
Yeah.
will. I don't want to get
Yeah, you
destroyed.
want to get it. Yeah, I need to get Smash Bros. Ultimate. Um, the problem is, I'm pretty sure you have to pay for the DLC for Smash Bros. Ultimate, which means I would have to pay for Sephiroth.
Hmm.
And he has the best trailer ever. Oh, it can be on
Okay, if I
Microsoft
could be
Smash.
on your team,
Okay.
if I can just act as support, I think I would be okay. I loved playing Smash Bros. Melee. Like I played a lot of that one,
Oh, yeah.
but
I
I'm
mean,
I'm much out of
the
practice.
only Smash Bros. Game that I've ever played is Smash Bros. Brawl on the Wii.
Mm.
And I'm pretty sure that one's either loved or hated. I can't remember, or both. It might be the Marmite of Smash Bros.
I
Um,
think it is. I think it is.
it's very much the Marmite of. Do you know what Marmite is? Do you have Marmite?
I know what it is. It's
Okay.
just like Vegemite. I've tried that.
Oh yeah, where you either love it or hate it. Yeah.
I
Um.
still have some. I should try it again.
Yeah. I hate Marmite. It looks like hell. It tastes like hell. It might as well be hell. Hey there, Tom. How you doing? Hope you're having a very lovely day today. Um, but yeah, like I remember the first time I tried Marmite. You have it on toast. You just put it on the
Uh-huh.
toast.
With a little butter.
Yeah, sometimes with a little butter or margarine, depending
They
on.
added Sora?
Oh yeah, they had he was the last DLC announced. Yeah, I like how
Oh my
I don't even have
gosh.
Smash Bros. And I know more about it than you do.
You're a Nintendo boy.
I am technically a Nintendo boy. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah. Um,
Checks out.
but yeah, like I still love the Sephiroth trailer though, where he like with the trailer before. I'm pretty sure it's fucking Steve from Minecraft, and it was just the most lame trailer I've ever seen. And then the next trailer, it's just Sephiroth killing everyone. Like it's just like he legit ended by killing the fucking final boss. What's not to love? Oh, and then he just lays waste to everyone else. Oh, masterpiece.
Gotta see the trailer. Gotta get it.
Yeah. Weirdly enough, it's my favorite part of the 2020 Game Awards, the Smash Bros trailer. um,
I don't think I saw it.
yeah, because thing with the 2020 Game Awards, it was the Game Awards where Last of Us 2 just won everything. So for me, it was a miserable day. Oh,
That's great.
yeah. And then that one trailer came up, and I was like, Sephiroth?
Oh, and you perked up. You got
Yeah,
cheered up a little bit.
yeah. And then I'm pretty sure Last of Us 2 proceeded to win like four more awards. I was like, ugh. Like, play most of the characters, but Sephiroth is one of my faves. Yeah, I mean, just from the fact that I just like Sephiroth from the fact that he's Sephiroth. No other reason. Thank you. Same with you. I managed to avoid Marmite and have some Vegemite I still have in my kitchen. Does it go off? I I don't.
I'd
Uh,
be surprised.
I don't think it does, but I remember. So Marmite are very self-aware of the fact that people either love it or hate it. So they actually made an advert in the UK. I remember this. They made an advert that was looked a bit more like a abandoned animal rescue uh, thing, but it was more like an advert for that was in that fashion of like someone forgetting Marmite in their cupboards, and then they got just brought a team out to go and rescue the Marmites. It was the most bizarre thing I've ever seen, and it was like a decade ago as well that this happened. I don't know how I remember it, but then it just ends with love it or hate it, just don't forget it. So that could mean that it does go off, or that could just be a off the cuff joke. Who knows? Um, but yeah, if there's no sell by or use by date, I should say, then it should be fine.
It's like fermented, isn't it? Or
Yeah, I think so. Like
so it
it's a spread,
shouldn't.
so
So don't eat. But
yeah.
yeah, well, you can't be
I mean, yeah.
sure.
If you want to risk it for a chocolate bit, well, not for a chocolate biscuit, but if you want to risk it for toast, I guess would be the alternative here. Then absolutely, unless you don't like it, in which case just bin it. Uh, I don't. It's not. I don't get Marmite's. I don't get it. Bear in mind, I am a weird person who doesn't like jam, and by jam I mean what you call jelly. Uh,
Yeah. Well, I don't know why there are so many different names for that sort of thing.
yeah, like like there's Jello, which is basically our jelly, but not branded. What do you call our jelly?
Oh,
I'm pretty sure I've asked you this before, but I can't remember. Like the big wibbly wobbly desserts.
berry
Berry
sauce.
sauce. Risk it for the biscuits. Yeah, biscuits and gravy. Oh, I just unlocked my own
I love
memory.
berry sauce.
Berry sauce. I just unlocked a memory. I know that
What
you
is it?
used to watch WWE, but I know that you didn't watch it during this time. So you know biscuits and gravy, the dish.
Oh yeah,
Um,
of course. Delicious. Love it.
so during a time there were these two characters, called Festus and Jesse. They were two they were like a tag team in like mid to late WWE, like 2000s. Um, and like their theme song started with them just going biscuits and gravy, made me a man, and it's just like the most weirdest like, oh, biscuits and gravy is best dish, and that's really odd biscuits and
So
gravy.
delicious.
Yeah, in the US, biscuits and gravy is basically like a what is it like a basically a savory scone with like a like this white slop of sauce or something that you just combine together, and it's apparently like a delicious meal. In the
What is it
UK,
for you?
in the UK, so biscuits we know are cookies in the UK. Gravy is basically well the way that I have it, like the way that we buy it, it's like this powder, and if you add hot water, it becomes like this very runny meat sauce. So like we usually put it on mashed potatoes or stuff like that. Uh, biscuits and gravy fucks. But yeah, like so you can either have beef gravy or chicken gravy. It's usually beef, and like what you do is you just put it on. Normally it's on Christmas dinners. UK gravy. Like if you just Google UK gravy, look at the images, you'll see what I mean. Um, and so if you add that with a biscuit in the UK, you're just going to have a terrible time eating. That's all I'm saying.
There's a picture of cookies in gravy.
Oh my god,
I hate it here.
I hate
But
it.
also, I can't tell. It looks comparable to the US
Yeah,
version, this
the
biscuits and gravy that I'm
brown
finding.
gravy.
I don't see any brown. The only brown gravy photos I see have actual cookies in it.
If you can if you put I need to. Oh, I
Hold up,
can't.
what's this one?
I tell you.
Yep, that's more cookies and brown gravy.
Wait there. I'm going to switch to just chatting just so that I can search this up for a moment. UK gravy. There we go. Yeah,
Link, you don't like the gravy that
it's
goes on the
on.
biscuits?
Yeah, it's on. It's currently on a Yorkshire pudding that I see here. Um, let's see.
Yorkshire pudding.
Yorkshire puddings are basically they're not sweet or
Ah,
savoury. You know.
wait,
Um,
is that? Hmm,
I'm just it. You know, I'm just trying to have a look. Which one would be best to look at?
interesting. That's
Um,
like a souffle.
tell you what. I'm going to save. No, don't save the link. Save the image. There we go. Under channel, other UK gravy. There we go. It's a JPEG. Thank you to Great British Chefs for that. There we go. And then go back to the
Lol.
podcast screen.
Whoa, whoa.
Same with mashed potatoes. I like them plain. I don't know. I feel like they're a bit too dry for me if I had them plain, personally. And now let's get the UK gravy. Okay, that's big. Oh fuck. Where did it go? Shit. I lost it. There we go. Try it again. We'll get there, guys. Don't worry. Because I don't like sausage. Oh, that is fair. All right.
Oh yeah. Don't make that sus face.
Hi there, Sky.
Sky.
How are you doing? Having a lovely day. We're currently looking at UK gravy. So you see the brown
Okay,
sauce
wait.
on the thing that I'm
Uh-huh.
minimizing. That's gravy.
Ew. Yeah.
It's basically a meat like sauce almost, and you can
Yeah.
see it's on basically a Christmas dinner here. Bangers and mash you see on the top. You see the turkey underneath, the carrots, the roast potatoes and Brussels sprouts and the stuffing. Um, it may not, it may not look great, but it's delicious. It is
Right.
great.
I like brown gravy, but
Yeah.
what is this biscuits and gravy combination?
Yeah, so the biscuits and gravy combination is in a thank you so much for the follow there, Sky Roosters. It's an American thing. It is not at
Okay.
all a UK thing.
So you
Yeah,
don't have that.
no, we don't, because biscuits and gravy would be the equivalent of cookies
Right.
and that gravy.
Exactly. Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah,
That's why it was only memes in the
yeah,
photos I searched.
exactly. But hi there, Nox. I hope you're having a very lovely day today, and hope you're having a lovely day as well, Sky. Um, So yeah, like when it comes to that stuff, it is odd to say the least. Did I move you? Did I move your face cam? Because I feel like I have. Maybe a
Oh,
little
yeah,
bit.
I'm a little bit higher up.
Yeah, good.
Hello.
It's okay. You're above all of us anyway. Uh, whatever. I think.
You don't
Uh,
eat cookies with gravy.
oh, is it that? Okay.
Anything can be gravy if
Ah,
you put
okay.
your mind to it.
Anything can be gravy if you put your mind to it. Exactly.
Hello, Knock Smash.
Ah, y'all don't eat cookies with gravy? Oh, exactly. Like, if you don't eat your cookies, with meat gravy, are you eating correctly? That is the question that we should all be asking ourselves this day. Um, like, let's just say, you get your favorite Maryland cookies, and then you get your favorite, what is I think it's called R, where it's just AAH, unless that's just a thing. No, I think it's Bistro. I can't remember, but that gravy, you just combine them. It's like combining, uh, ice cream with goddamn. I don't know. Ice cream with turkey. Why not? It's just delicious. um, but yeah, that being
Ice
said,
cream.
we really that really got away from us there, didn't it?
It's okay.
Just a little
It's
bit.
more fun this way.
Yeah, and that's the main thing about everything, really. Have fun with what you're doing. And I think the reason why I'm deciding to have a finale for the One Stream podcast is because it's great and everything, but then you get to the stress part of finding a guest or the stress part of arranging a day for it to the time, and it's like you have to, and it's one of those things where because you're doing it with someone else, you have to, do a time that is different to you if you're able to, and it can be a bit off-putting or it can be a bit like stressful, and so that's why I've decided for now to have a bit of a break from the One Stream podcast. It's not that I don't enjoy it because I absolutely love it when we have these kind of conversations that just go off the fucking cliff and somehow instead of falling they just skyrocket. I
Okay, I was
don't.
gonna say off the cliff in a safe way.
Yeah, exactly.
No one
Off
is
the
falling
cliff,
to their
and they're
deaths.
going off the cliff, and they're just falling into the sea, like they're attempting a world record dive, and then it's deep enough, all that stuff. Um, Unhinged is my favorite. Yeah, exactly. Unhinged conversations are just hilarious. It's like those classic memes where it's like 3 a.m. Xbox Live Party with the boys, and it's just like the most random conversation that you can ever think of, and it's just so stupid and so silly that you can't help but love it. That's that's what is so fun about these podcasts because it can be like that sometimes. It can either be like a nice deep conversation or it can just go off the cliff, like I said, and obviously skyrocket because yeah.
Yeah, the
But
variety
yeah,
is great.
the variety is just amazing with podcasts. You don't know who you're going to get and what kind of podcast you're going to have. The reason why Britt's been on here 3 times is because those intellectual unhinged convos are fun. Exactly, exactly. But yeah, the reason why Britt's been on here 3 times is because not only that do I just get along really well with Brit compared to like all of the guests I get along with. Well, all of the guests I've gotten along with, but I don't think I've gotten along with anyone quite as much as I get along with Brit so frequently. Like it's just like, uh, like you could probably say CK, because we've been friends for like years at this point, literally over 2 years. Shit. Um,
CK is awesome.
CK is awesome.
Mhm.
And he's got his own chat show, which he's doing in December, guys. So,
Ooh.
like he does this thing called the Secondhand Chat Show. It's kind of like the One Stream podcast, but instead of one guest, he has three because he is just nuts like that. Imagine not getting along with Brit. I know, right? Like if you don't get along with Brit, you're the problem. Uh, but like CK, he does three guests, and he does it once every 2 months, so he's probably a bit more sensible about it than I would be.
That's
Um,
sensible.
yeah. But he does do like, and it's really fun because I do like the thumbnail and the promotional images for his chat shows, and it's really fun to do it. You guys get along with Brit? I'm impressed. It's because she doesn't have tea machines, Nox. She has, she uses an actual fucking teapot and, kettle and all that shit. She doesn't use tea machines. Who the fuck uses tea machines? Speaking of which, my
Well,
tea's
I
gone
thought we
cold.
were done with that.
I can't believe that is known here too. That is how I figured
It's
it out. It's it was it was in Brit's Discord where I saw Thando ripping into you, Nox. I was like, what the fuck is Nox done? And then he like, just check the VOD, Chris. Then you'll know. So I checked the VODs and I was like, what the fuck? Oh, that was fun though. That was a fun conversation. Despite the fact that I am arachnophobic and
so
Skyrim kind of killed me. Oh
stressful.
my god, that emotes.
Sky has the best emotes.
I still use my tea machine. Thank you very much. Full stop. uh, but yeah, you know what? Use your tea machines. You do you. If you want to, if you want to not be in on the art of tea making, then that is your decision. But I am in on the art of tea making, being British, and it is, you know, you have to do it right if you make tea. I am so pedantic about it. It's why I'm the only person who makes my tea. Like I can't like my mum makes me a cup of tea and it just I like she does it wrong. She does it so wrong to the point where I have to just heckle her
What
about
did
it.
she do?
She puts the sugar in after the water, which means it doesn't dissolve with the tea. So it doesn't.
Wait, she puts the sugar in with the water to heat it up?
No, she puts it in after the water. So normally I put it in before the water, like on top of the tea bag before the water. That way it dissolves with the tea. But
Hmm.
so that way it goes all over the tea and not just at the bottom, which is where it goes when you just put it in after the water. How does everyone have their tea? Cold by the sound of, well, by the taste of this. I wish. Uh, sorry, I can't be British. Well, you need to try Ordinox. That's what you need to do. Uh, I mean, let's just listen to British Brit right now. Listen to how British she is.
I have tea unsweetened with nothing added, but I've always wanted to try a little bit of like cream or milk. I don't know. I've seen
Yeah,
people drink it that way,
yeah. We have
and I would
milk.
like to try it.
We have milk with it because I mean it's black tea particularly. Well, that's what you would call it. We just call it tea
Right.
because it's British.
I
Um,
think that's like an English breakfast tea,
that's probably what you
like
call
a
it. Yeah.
regular black tea.
Yeah. Hey there, Jeffrey.
Jeff,
Bo Jeffrey.
hi.
I almost rolled my R's wrong there. How are you doing, Jeffrey? Hope you're having a
Jeffrey,
wonderful
yo,
day.
Jeffrey.
Jeffrey Bo Jeffrey. Um. Oh, that reminds me of like a weird thought. Like, this is probably r/shower thoughts, but Game of Thrones. Um.
Yes. Where are we
You
going?
know how like they all have like these fantasy names, like Joffrey or Eddard, stuff like
Hmm.
that. What if they just
Tommen.
Tommen and Arya, your cats? Did you? Okay, side note before I continue with the shower thought. Is that how you named your cats? Did you watch Game of
Yeah.
Thrones? Ah,
Uh-huh.
I mean, you couldn't pick better names, I don't think. Tommen is a great name, as is Arya. But imagine, like,
Thank you.
instead of them having the fantasy name, they had just everyday names. Joffrey would be Jeffrey. Imagine that. The best villain in TV history is called Jeffrey instead of Joffrey. Oh,
Jeffrey is just so much more pleasant.
yeah, exactly. Like, oh,
I also miss Game of Thrones. We should watch
yeah.
it again.
I mean, House of the Dragon is probably a good substitute for nowadays. I'd say, like, if you want modern day Game of Thrones TV stuff, I'd say House of the Dragon. But if that's not your taste, that's fine. But yeah, like when it comes to that, I can just imagine like a villain who is like he put a head on the pike of someone who was supposed to the father of someone he was supposed to marry. He was he became a very despised villain. Jeffrey. Gotta watch that Thought one. That Thought one. Oh, that
I have
one.
a question about
Oh.
tea.
Go.
What What kind of tea are you supposed to put the milk in? Like, I want to try this.
Specifically, it's British tea. It's black tea. I think it's you call it, like I said. The
That's
way
the only kind that's acceptable to have
I
milk.
well, that's the one that you normally meant to have milk in. I don't know the rest
Hmm.
because I'm not a tea variety expert. I guess it's the way you go about it. But you the way that I do it, you put the tea bag in, you have the kettle boil, then you put your sugar in as much as you like. For me, it's three. Uh, Chris, I had beans on toast, and it was good beans and good bread, and it was still bland, and it still tastes better than Twinkies. Come at me, it's better than your fucking Twinkies, mate. uh,
Oh.
I'm gonna put milk in my
Mm.
Snapple. Snapple.
Mm.
Ugh. It's like having milkshake and orange juice. Who would do
Everything
that?
was so appetizing, and now suddenly it's
Suddenly
not.
it's not. But yeah, the way that I go about just regular tea. So tea bag in, then you put your sugar on top of the tea bag, beans on toast. It's delicious. Don't judge. It's it just means that we can survive under that shitty circumstance. Um, then once kettle's boiled, the way that I do it, it's a technique that I go about, which may they know. Oh, wagon wheels. Ugh. I mean, wagon wheels are fine, I guess.
What's the wagon
Yeah.
wheel?
They're basically a cookie or a biscuit, more accurate, a UK biscuit more than a cookie. It's chocolate coated, and it's got like this mallow center, and sometimes jam as well. By jam, I mean
Oh,
UK jam.
I think we call those moon pies, right?
I don't know. Once again, I'm going back to just chatting. Just to, so
Why?
I need to. Oh, it could be a moon. Oh, it could be. But do moon pies
Wait, hold on. I have
have
to
jam in it?
BRB while you look this up, okay?
Okay, no worries. So chat, do moon pies have a do they have a jammy center? Because if they do, then that's exactly what they are. That's what wagon wheels are. Uh, let's see. That is adorable. Wait, where's the Where's the Eh? 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 Um. Oh, excuse me. You changed your name. Ah, Jeffrey Bo Beffrey. Ah. Oh wait, Jeffrey. Jeffrey Bo Beffrey. Right there. I know you. You changed your name. I don't want to say a war pig, but I know you. I know you. I can't remember what your old name is. But I remember you, Jeffrey. Uh, I did. I swear I've been in chat. I swear I've been in chat since. I'm pretty sure you have, yeah. Um, Believe in yourself. Who the fuck is Warpig? Deaf Warpig. Who the fuck is Warpig? Um, and isn't Warpig like a song? Who the quack is Warpig? uh, but yeah. So yeah, basically wagon wheels are basically moon pies, but they have a bit of jam or jelly, I guess, if you're basically a strawberry center, strawberry flavored jammy center. A Black Sabbath song. Yeah, I knew it. Somebody on my stream friend list. I don't know. Yeah, exactly. Um, yeah, I'm glad that I remember that. Black Sabbath. Yeah, Black Sabbath is like classic. Um, that was cool and listening to Black Sabbath when I was 17. I've not listened to a single Black Sabbath song, but that's probably because I'm Gen Z. And during my time, Black Sabbath was probably, gone. And here comes Brit. She
Chris,
has
it's never too late.
returned. It's never too late.
Never too
It's
late.
never too late to
No.
listen to Black Sabbath. Okay. I'll take that. I'll take that advice. I'll probably listen to it after stream, probably. Um, Goodbye, Jeffrey Bobeffy. I have listened to ACDC though. ACDC is good. Like they are
I
just high. Uh, but yeah. Oh, ACDC, they are great. This is some and Metallica as well. Metallica's good as well. Just uh, classic rock is good. Like Like I don't. There's no way to expand upon that other than it's good. Uh, but speaking of music, I'm pretty sure like we haven't really talked about music with you Brits on the podcast.
That's
Um,
true. I don't think we have.
yeah, I don't think we have. What would you say is your taste in music?
I do like quite a lot, but I definitely gravitate more towards like R&B
Oh
music.
yeah, rhythm and blues, is that it? R&B?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh,
But I like pop music and metal music.
yeah.
If it's good music, I like it.
If it's
Yeah, Sky
yeah,
gets it.
you
Me and Sky have comparable music taste.
yeah, if it sounds good, it's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember like back when I was a moody, miserable teenager and I was growing up with moody, miserable teenagers. We all had like this
Oh, fuck yeah.
odd tastes, like that were different from each other. Like I would love the likes of Shinedown and Avenged Sevenfold, and then you had my friend Lucas who loved Taylor Swift. And I couldn't stand Taylor Swift's music, and I mean I still can't, but whatever. And it's like,
I used to love her first album. I listened to it all the time, and I think I still love it because of that.
yeah. To be fair, like when it comes to stuff like pop music, the reason why I don't really like it is because like I feel like the majority of pop music, it's either the same theme, it sounds the same, or like it's a case of, most of the work is done behind the scenes instead of, like what is being sung because it's usually like what makes a song usually it's not just the singing, that makes a big part of it, but also it's the instruments in the background, and sometimes it's not an instrument, it's like synth. I
Mhm.
can't say it with my lisp. Jesus Christ. Um, and so like I didn't really have much respect for it back then because the technique for me was yeah, it had to be an actual instrument for it to sound good instead of like a something from the computer, like on a computer or on an audio device. Something that actually made a sound that an instrument would make is what would you know be something that I would enjoy. So that's why I loved Shinedown because all their stuff back then was always guitars like bass, electric, rhythm, and then you had the drums. And sometimes you have a piano, an actual piano in the song, like in "I'll Follow You." That's an amazing Shinedown song. Uh, who doesn't love Shinedown? Um, and like it starts off with a piano, and then you get it's just it was massively crafted, and I love China for the reason of like I think they have used synths now, but like they go out of their way to make other stuff as well. Like they go out of their way to have everything have a different theme. Whereas with pop music, I always found it to be homogenous with the songs that they would have, no matter what artist it was. It would usually be like it's me just being, moody, miserable teenage me, but it'd always be like someone talk like singing about their ex or someone that they fell out with, and I'm just like that is just like the most salty, toxic way to get over losing someone by either breaking up with them or just falling out with them. It just seems like like a cash grab more than a like you try to monetize your own grief rather than making something that was actually meaningful. And but then like as I got older, I just learned to respect that people have their own different songs and people can relate to them for different reasons.
Mhm.
Pop music is meant to be easy to absorb and generic, not artsy. Exactly, like there is, and that's the thing. Like I enjoy music which actually conveys meaning, which is probably why I love Shinedown because they are my favorite band because of how many different things that they have addressed with their songs. But I've learned like sometimes not everything has to be the meaningful thing because if everything was meaningful, nothing would be meaningful. So having those songs that just sound good, I realize that that's just as important as the big songs because it's their like just normality and they're like it's just a nice thing to tap your foot to.
Mhm.
That stuff,
Yeah, it kind of just depends on what you are seeking while listening to the
yeah,
music and what you value most. But it's nice that you're able to recognize those sides regardless of like what you're interested in.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
it's interesting to me, like some people listen to it, like some people listen to strictly instrumental music, or like
Yeah.
it's all about that for them. But like, like you said, you like meaning behind the
Mm.
songs, and for some people it's everything. Some people it's, like the technical side, and I think that's so
Oh
interesting.
yeah. And to be fair, I do love music that sounds good. It's just that it's genre specific. I mean,
Hmm.
who doesn't love an instrumental? And well, it's like I said, like to you when we started getting into this call. Um, on the second podcast, I told you that I listened to Wild Thing. I had that stuck in my head uh, before the podcast started, and then with this podcast, it was Pinwheel's soundtrack from Dark Souls One. And I've realized that I love video game soundtracks, especially the Dark Souls soundtracks for bosses, because like some of them do convey meaning just from the
Hmm.
notes, but it's not those ones that I love the most. It's the ones like I said, Gaping Dragon or Iron Golem, where it's like intense and it feels like boss music, and it's also orchestral, which usually is a thing that it's the genre that I tend to avoid because it normally has like those moments. We see music exactly, the best kind of music. Um, I've been playing modded Fallout 4 as well, and it's brutal. Oh yeah. Uh, like oh, that's another thing. Mods. Modded video games. Like I remember watching Don't Rage Quit, who I would absolutely recommend, guys. And she did this Dark Souls One poorly translated mod. Um, and I just love the reactions for all of the different names they have. Basically, what the mod is, it gets the usual like things that are usually there, like the writing or the voice acting, and it puts it through a translator like a lot of times, and what it comes out with is what it ends up putting into the mod. And so Twin Humanities were called Men Are Unstable, which is just like the most odd. Like it just became a running joke, and you just see everyone in the stream just being like, I mean, where's the lie and stuff like that, because like everyone's just laughing about it. Uh, hey there, Tom. Elias Thompson, even. I don't know why I called you Tom. Sorry. But yeah, hey there, Elias.
Elias.
Thank you for the like. Um, I'm also pouring some Fanta Fruit Twist because my tea's gone cold. Um, this is very
My
directionless
tears
right now.
gone cold, I'm wondering why.
Oh, please keep singing. You got a lovely singing
Just,
voice.
you just said the word and it went from there.
Yeah. Uh, that's a thing. We talked about music. When it comes to singing, me personally, when it comes to singing, it's very dependent on the person, like who's singing. Like with you, I'm like, keep singing, Brit, because you have a genuinely lovely voice, especially for singing. But if I hear myself sing, I don't sing because I just don't like the sound of my voice singing. Um, and did you ever have that with yourself? Because I know that there are a lot of good singers out there who like, well, good people who with good singing voices who hate the sound of their own voice when they sing. Did you ever have that yourself?
I don't often like record myself and like play it back. So like I don't really hear myself that way. While I'm in the act of singing, I just go. I go with it. I let it all out and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, to be
I
fair,
never really have those thoughts.
yeah. I'm glad
Sky, I see that.
because
Ooh,
like I said,
I have thoughts.
you do have a lovely singing voice, genuinely. And I'm not trying to just be nice here. It's just like I remember like the first time you sang, I was like, Jesus Christ, like I was taken away. um,
Aw.
I'm pretty sure it was actually when was that? It was certainly I think it was last year when I first heard you sing. I think for some reason I can think of why am I thinking of Left 4 Dead? Like either I just streamed Left 4 Dead and read it out to you, or I just end the stream on Left 4 Dead, or like I was playing Left 4 Dead at the time, and I just remember like hearing your voice. I was like, "Nani?" um, and it was Brit can sing. Brit can sing. She absolutely can.
I don't
Yeah.
say that yet. I haven't even sent you anything. You can't
Yeah.
say that yet.
Yeah. And I remember at one point you actually did a Discord karaoke night, didn't you?
Yeah, but we got to do that again. And that was
Oh,
so fun. Oh my
yeah.
God. Oh my gosh.
But the sad thing is, like, because it's a karaoke night in the US, I'll be asleep by then. So
Mhm.
usually I cannot make the karaoke night. But like, I know for a fact that I woke up the morning after, and everyone was just talking about how much a good time it was, and it will just make
Yeah,
my day to know that people were enjoying it.
me
And
too.
yeah, like it's just, and it reminds me of a story that Relly told me. One of our guests, Relly Belly, uh, she is an amazing singer, but also she's
Yeah, I
a
remember them.
yeah, and she's also like a voice actress as well. Or she does voice acting. And she told I remember when we're on the podcast, she told me the story of her like doing karaoke just normally, and then because I think at first she hated the sound of her voice, and then after the karaoke, she had a lot of people like coming up to her saying that she had a wonderful voice, and then she just started singing more like. And then, like, I'm pretty sure, like, at one point, like, a few weeks after the podcast, that one specifically, she was doing, like, Instagram posts of her singing, and I'm just like, really? Why do you sound so good?
Mhm.
And,
I think I remember you two talking about that
yeah,
on the podcast that they
yeah,
were on, the
like,
singing
yeah,
and
we definitely
how
talked
that
about it.
gave her more courage to do
Yeah.
it.
And I think that's the
Cool.
thing. Like sometimes taking risks like that is what matters. Like it's just like if, sometimes the compliment from a random stranger can be more than a compliment from a friend because the compliment from a random stranger tends to be, a bit more accurate to how they feel. Whereas you may like with a friend, it maybe either they are lenient and they just say compliments for the sake of it with some
Mhm.
friends, or it could be a case of like they genuinely think that you're good at this thing, but they may say it's better than that because they're your friends. Uh, and obviously, you may like with certain friendships, you may look at them as better than they actually are. Sometimes, and so when there is something that they are good at, you can sometimes overhype the compliments. Uh,
Yeah,
but
there's
then
definitely bias at times. Yeah.
Yeah, but then you get a stranger saying it, and you're like, holy shit! Like, um, like it seems a bit more credible, weirdly enough, because it's from a random stranger. And it's the odd thing is like when it comes to random strangers, uh, their compliments can mean more to you, but whenever they say something that is harsh or hateful, it can mean a lot less because they're just a random stranger who doesn't know who you are. And it's odd that it works like that.
That's true, yeah.
Uh, and
It it is odd, but it also makes sense at the same time just
yeah,
because it's so much more rare for people to, reach out to someone they don't know and be genuinely kind,
yeah. I
which is
mean,
unfortunate, but
yeah. That tends to be how I start my friendships with most people. It's a case of they go through a rough time and I reach out to them because, um,
and they're just like, "What? What?
what,
You
what?
actually gave a shit not to
Yeah,
ask me?"
and that's the thing. It's like I do give a shit. Like it's weird. It's weird that I just by nature just care because like I spent a lot of time. To be fair, I feel like I've always cared about what people thought of me. So but like it's also a case of it's more important that I care about what I think of me. And so I do reach out because of two reasons. One, it would make me feel better about myself if I at least try to help someone. And two, if I can make them feel better, then that's a friend, and they could be like a really good friend. And if they're there for me, in which cases they usually are, then that does help me personally. But it also means that I have a friend, and this person it says a lot more about them. Honestly, if they are the kind of person to reach out to me, because usually when you have those friendships, it's a case of one person struggling and the other person will reach out. But when it's vice versa, it'll like the first person will not reach out to the second person. And but then you have like those like you have those friendships where it's either it works both ways or it works one way. To put it in its
Mhm.
most basic form.
Mhm.
Um, so yeah, like yeah, I feel like that's just the thing. It's like yeah, I do give a shit and I do reach out and I start friendships because I care about these people and these people are genuine people because I see what they are going through. And if I hear what they're going through, I know more about them than I otherwise wouldn't have. And I think that's important to know these people around you because, like, I'm not going to get into any details about anything, but this past month for me, I've just seen nothing but drama everywhere on Twitch. Like, on Twitter, it's drama, drama, drama. And then I go in my Discord and I'm just helping with my friend through their drama that's been happening. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. No, what I actually think to myself is, Jesus fucking Christ, there's so much drama. And I feel like we, as in like the people watching Twitch and the streamers on it, we need to be very careful of who we allow on the platform, who we allow to grow on the platform. Like, why the fuck isn't Brit the faith of Twitch yet? Like, oh my god. Uh,
Oh my God.
oh my god. Um, like, yeah, it's like these wonderful people that you see on Twitch, and like you see them, like they have like a smaller viewership to someone who you see on Twitch, and you know they're a bit of a jackass, and you know that they've probably done some shitty stuff, and yet they're the ones with more popularity, and I'm just like, why is this a thing? Why can't people just use their eyes and see the problem that's going on in front of them? Because I look at the problem, I speak the problem, and it either ends with me getting cast out, or it ends with nothing happening until eventually they finally get exposed. And I'm just I at that point I'm just too exhausted to say I told you so because I did tell them so.
Right.
Oh, so yeah, like
Yeah, I can understand that being exhausting too.
yeah, and it's anything can be exhausting if you don't like take care of yourself. I'd say like if I didn't take my breaks from all the drama that I've just been seeing on Twitter or on Discord, if didn't take a break from all that, I probably would have lost my mind a long time ago. And I think that's one thing that we should also bring up is how important and how vital it is for us as streamers or as anyone to take breaks, to not be afraid of what will happen if we take a break. Because I know that you've been taking a break recently as well, Britt.
Mhm.
And we don't have to go into why you've been taking a break, but it's
Mhm.
like I feel like the one thing I can say is that I'm proud that you took a break. Your stream keeps freezing, Nox. I'm sorry about that, mate. Uh, but yeah, I am proud of you for taking that break because a lot of the things when you hear like streamers talking about how much they fear taking breaks, but they have to do it anyway because of their own mental health, and like it takes a really brave person to say, I I need to give myself a break. I need to just calm down, have a bit of time to myself, and then I'll be back at it when I'm ready.
Yeah.
And I feel like the fact that you managed to do that, it does make me proud of you for taking that step to take care of yourself. Uh, and I feel like that the paradox is like we as streamers are very stressful when we're the ones who need to take the break. But when another streamer's taking the break, we're like, go do it, go take that break. We're very supportive of it, but we're not supportive when it's ourselves taking that break sometimes. But yeah, uh,
I mean, it was definitely needed, and I'm so glad that I was able to take the time without really like worrying too much because like I've been in Discord hanging out and like still getting the type of interaction I was getting
yeah,
like while streaming, but I definitely miss it and I mean, I'm ready to get back to it. Before I was just like completely
Yeah.
drained of everything,
Yeah.
but I'm glad that I took the time because it actually was effective and um yeah,
Yeah.
I'll
I
be
am. I am very.
streaming next month.
Oh hell yeah! You'll love to see it,
Finally.
guys. Mark the day. We don't have a day yet. It's just mark all of December.
Well, we have a
Take.
day.
Oh, we
On
have a day.
Wednesday, I'm doing a
Oh
charity
yeah.
stream. So I'll be live then, but I'm gonna try and have a bit more of a regular schedule next month
Yeah. Uh.
because I
Yeah.
miss it.
Yeah. Make sure you take every day off in December. Every day that British streaming, just book it off, because if there's a must be place, it's usually Brit streams. Usually.
I'm
Uh.
gonna do early streams so maybe you can hang out
Oh yeah,
sometimes.
that's another thing that's another thing. Like the first time we did the podcast, you were thinking about changing your schedule to be at a later date for you because that will fit you most, fit you
Hmm.
most even. Um, and then we on our next podcast after that, with 3 months later, where you did that, and then we talked about how like it's like a bit sad that like you're doing like you were doing amazing in your podcast in your streams. Um, and but the sad thing is like when you're in a different time zone and how time zones suck and all that because you can't make it to those streams. And then you started doing these daytime streams, and it's like once again it's one of the things where I'm just like hell yeah I get to have time hanging out with a very lovely person and the person that I made friends with as well. And I feel like that is certainly what is odd about streaming is that the schedule always changes. If you're on a schedule, it will change usually. And you like I remember we talked about it last time. You immediately want to change the schedule the moment you have a new one because you have a new schedule. Gets well for a couple of weeks, but then you want to change it again, and then like it happens again, and it happens again. Um, and I guess that
Yeah, does that mean the best route is to not have a schedule?
well, right now I don't have a schedule. I've only been doing, well, technically I have one, but it's vague of 2 streams a week, Monday and Thursday.
Hmm.
Because October was very exhausting because I was doing a lot of days in October for my anniversary, and then I ended up with the 12-hour stream.
Right.
But then so I thought, you know what, 2 streams a week, and also I can use the remaining time to work on a YouTube channel, which I've still been working on, but it takes a
Mm.
while. It takes a while to do
Hmm.
this stuff. Um, but yeah, and then you have like moments in real life that just sidetrack you, I don't know how much you know. I know, well, I have the Amber stuff, Mecha Amber.
Hmm.
Like I'm pretty
Right.
sure you're caught up with all that.
Hmm.
Um, and that really took a lot of time out of my stuff, my days because for anyone who doesn't know, my pet cat Amber, she went missing for like a couple of days. She ended up getting hit by a car and had to go to the vets. And then she had to have her back left leg amputated because if they tried to fix the leg, it would just break even more. And so now she's currently downstairs, resting with stitches where her like used to be, and she is doing really well. But that time of just A, panicking that she's not there, and B, trying to take care of her just so that she can get used to stuff. Um, that took a lot of time out of my day. So as a result, I had a few days where I was just, not doing anything. Uh,
Yeah.
but yeah, and I think that's also what is very important about breaks. That when real life stuff happens and you can take a break, just take it because, and if you can't take a break, it's just like the worst feeling. Um, and so whenever people do take a break, I'm just like, I do miss them when they're gone. I miss them,
Hmm.
but like I always say, go boldly, friend. Have that break, enjoy your time while you can. I hope to see you again soon. And I do have a friend who recently has been taking a break for about a week off
Hmm.
streaming, and I was like, I messaged him saying, "Have a lovely time, take care of yourself," and I feel like it is special that, and it is important for like if you're a person and you have those people where it's like you either have those who support you or they'll make a joke about it saying like, oh, this streamer hates us because they're taking a break, and it's like I don't get that.
Oh,
So I don't get.
wow, you've seen those types of responses to people before.
Yeah, but it's normally a jokey
Wow.
response. The problem is with jokey
Right.
responses is it can add a lot of guilt to the streamer.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, we were just like, let's just agree that it's
Hmm.
like not to make that joke because yeah, the thing is like when you have that jumping the monkey like theory where you have a monkey inside your brain and it's like stopping you or it's getting you to do things that you really shouldn't do or it's trying to stop you from doing things that you should. Like it's a weird
Yeah.
like theory. But
Mm-hmm.
like that, it's like that monkey inside my brain was being like trying to think of a jokey answer to it to keep it lighthearted, but I couldn't think of one because, this I knew this person. They were, and I know that they were, mentally, drained, from all the things that were going on in their lives, and so I was just like, you know what, let's just be supportive. Let's just not make a joke. Let's just keep respectful because that is the best route sometimes. Uh,
Yeah. And you honestly never know. Like the
yeah.
tiniest little thing could just
Can
like
just set them off.
fucking destroy.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, and that's the thing with me, especially. It's like for like for the amount of patience that I have with my friends, it's a very different story when I'm with a when there's a stranger or when there's someone that I like a mutual that I barely know. I'm a bit more impatient with them and a bit more confrontational because I don't know them, and so there are jokes that my best friends can say that they are a bit harsh sometimes, but I laugh them off because it's definitely made for a joke, and we all laugh it off. And then sometimes we can give each other these insults like oh you little shit, and in response to the joke. But
Hmm.
then it comes from a someone who thinks they are the life of the party, they are the funny one, and you don't know how much it's going to upset someone when they make the same joke. And yeah, I hate it when you have those people who think that they are the life of the party just because they make harsh jokes and sometimes even offensive jokes, and it's just like I'm not laughing. I don't see anyone who is laughing. You're the joke here. um,
Yeah.
yeah.
The lack of self-awareness.
Exactly. And that's probably the one thing that really gets me like it gets me ticked off about people when they lack self-awareness. Like I'm okay with people who are they're a bit of a they are a bit of a quirky person or they're a bit, can sometimes be a bit of a dick, but they are self-aware of it and they'll take responsibility for it. But then you have those people who completely lack self-awareness who oh, like I always talk about like this toxic friend that I once had for over a decade, and about how they were very egotistical and narcissistic, and they were very much the kind of person who would put you down if it meant elevating them, and trying like they had a very protective ego and all that stuff there, and they would make jokes. It's okay if it like if you were the butt of the joke, but if you made them the butt of the joke, they'll get super defensive about it.
Mm.
And I just hate it when people aren't self-aware of the things that they do. Because it's just like, do you use this think box? Do you use it? Because you may want to a bit more. Um, and yeah, like this is just
Some
me.
of them are just broken, I think.
Yeah, just you may want to take the think box to the repairman because yeah, this. And yeah, my voice is straining. Like this, you did this, and you're not aware of it. Both took a sip break there
It's
because
valuable that you're able to, oh, we did? Nice.
yeah.
Valuable that you're able to, recognize things like that, though.
Yeah, I think there is nothing more important in this world than self-awareness. Because without being aware of, what you're like, how can you be aware of what others are like? Because, like,
Yeah, you're not. You're
sometimes,
just projecting
yeah,
that point.
exactly. Like, let's just say, for example, if you were mad at me because I said a harsh joke, and if I didn't realize that you were giving me a negative reaction because of that harsh joke, then I'd think you were the problem, not my harsh joke, because I didn't think it would have been a harsh joke, despite the fact that, it clearly was. Like, that is, like, the kind of lack of self awareness that I see a lot of people have. And it's like, oh, like, there is this one instance, which is technically drama, so I won't talk about it, which just really pisses me off.
One
One instant where this one person was just so unaware of the harm that they caused to this one person that I just want to just tackle them to the ground and just shout it at them with a megaphone, being like, you did this to them. Can't you see why they're so fucking mad, you idiots? Oh,
Yeah.
like,
It's hard to not get frustrated and like turn it into like kind of your responsibility
yeah,
feel the need to like
help
explain to
and
them like
explain.
why
Yeah,
they're wrong and make sure they
exactly,
understand because like you won't
exactly.
get that from a lot of people.
Precisely. Like it's just like, oh, like what was I thinking? Like it's weird when it comes to empathy, when you have empathy for someone, because it goes several different ways, I'd say. It can either go the way of like you're empathetic and you just share your feelings, could go empathetic and you're giving them solutions, or it could go empathetic and you're trying to take actions into your own hands. Like those could be like one of the three responses to like hearing something and you're empathetic. Like I guess it's your nervous system, like trying to you know do something about it. Like, and it's very interesting when you see the three different responses of someone who, and it's very interesting to see why someone would vent about it. Because sometimes you vent about it because you want the solution, or you just want to vent, or you want something
Hmm.
done about it, and it's it's certainly odd. Like, and I think one of the hardest thing to do when I reach out to people is to not take matters into my own hands, because like if it's a situation where I'm just like
Do you mean
there's
like when you reach out to people who you know are struggling?
yeah, exactly. Well, like if I
Oh.
reach out to a person, I know they're struggling, and they tell me why they're struggling. It's either a case of I'm going to try and give them advice, and if I can't give them advice, I'm just going to give them just my empathy, and I'm going to tell them that I care and all that stuff. But if it
Mhm.
gets to a certain point where I hear a certain thing about a certain someone, and it just keeps piling up, it gets progressively harder not to take matters into my own hands and try and solve the situation myself, even though sometimes well, most times I wouldn't be able to.
Mhm.
And I feel like that's another danger that you have when you're a either a streamer or you're someone just reaching out, is that when you, and I think that's another reason why people have the don't trauma dump rule for their streams, because it's not just like a downer if they say a trauma dump, but it's also like if it's something that it's hard to listen to, and it's sad, but sometimes it can motivate you to want to deal with it, and sometimes that can just be very unhealthy, especially if you're like a streamer in the middle of a stream and then you hear that, and you may end up just being off focus in that case. You may be a bit, not focusing on the stream, you're focusing on the problem that they were talking about. And you may just forget that you're streaming, you may forget to say stuff and things like that. And it's an odd, like weird, like complicated mess, I would say, more than anything. Because like it's like like I think the one thing when you're self aware is that you understand other people better as well. And so like the more people that you understand or try to understand, the more complicated a situation gets. And then you get to this.
Yeah, the situation or like your entire life and reality.
Yeah, exactly. And then you get to a situation like this where I'm just constantly filibustering essentially about all these things and about all these different perspectives, because I can see the different perspectives, and it just makes everything a bit more complicated and harder to follow in that essence, I'd say. Uh, but yeah, uh, before we get that any more complicated to say, I feel like we should just move on from that conversation quickly.
Well, we
Yeah,
can. Let's do
yeah.
it.
Well, yeah, we can. And why not talk about what should we talk about? We should talk about your charity stream. I would say let's talk about your charity stream on Wednesday. Talk
Oh,
to me more
okay.
about that. What charity?
We're going to be raising money for survivors.org again. The organization who provides like resources and support for victims of all types of abuse. I'm very excited.
Yeah, and that is certainly like a great cause as well. Um,
Yeah, it
because
is.
yeah, like
Means a lot.
yeah, the worst thing about abuse is the amount of people who don't speak up about it. I would say when you're going through
Yeah,
the
that's one
abuse.
thing. Sorry. Last time we raised money. That was the first charity we raised money for. It was my first charity stream, and um a big thing for this organization is spreading awareness and talking about it and providing resources and just like outlets for people because that is one of the most difficult parts of dealing with abuse, even realizing that you're experiencing it sometimes is difficult. And someone asked me, like, after the stream happened, they kind of questioned the validity of the the organization survivors.org. They're like, I was looking for places where they held or like shelters or stuff like that, and all I really could find was that they raised awareness. And I can understand how that might be kind of
Odd.
unimportant to
Yeah,
people who, especially those who have not experienced it or been through a situation of like experiencing abuse. But for so many victims, that's the difficult part, like reaching out. So
yeah.
many people are dealing with it on their
Taking that
own.
first step
Right.
of
And for someone who has been through it, like that is so, so meaningful. And
yeah,
I would like to kind of convey that a little better this time while
yeah,
we're, raising money because like that's part of the reason that's a stigma. Like that's a negative stigma, and that's part of the reason why
yeah.
people don't talk about it.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I think the thing is like, let's see, there's tons of people who deal with external abuse and don't even know it exactly. Like, or also deny. Oh, the worst part is the denial. Like, it's like you see these abusive things happening like from an outsider's perspective in some of your friends' lives, and they're the ones denying it, denying that they are being abused because it's just how that person is. And it's just like, no, like that's not how that. I mean, if it is how that person is, you should be away. You should be as far away from them as possible because it's hurting you. And I feel like it's not just like the denial of like the person who is suffering from it, but when they admit it, sometimes it's the denial of other people as well, which can just really, mess things up sometimes for people.
Mhm.
Um, and one thing that should really be like addressed is that abuse can come from anyone. It can come from your friends. It could come from your family. It could come from an ex or a current lover of yours. It could come from literally anyone, and there is no excuse for it. There is no justification of abusing someone, and there's every justification in speaking out about it and talking about it and trying to get yourself out of that situation because no one deserves to be in that situation. And
Right.
I think that's the thing about your charity is that yeah, you can't always be shelters. It can't always be providing this care for people in that way. Sometimes care comes from you, like you caring about yourself sometimes,
Hmm.
and yeah, like well said. Yeah, exactly. Uh, weirdly enough, like I feel like I'm starting to lose my charisma a bit when it comes to speaking about stuff. Like I like there's a reason why I haven't done an inspirational speech in a while. It's because like,
You're feeling uninspired.
and it's not that I'm feeling uninspired. I just feel like I don't have the charisma that I used to have. Like I don't have like the you know uplifting. I feel like I don't know. I felt like way back when I used to be able to just do it. Like I used to be able to almost as if I was cutting a promo almost of uplifting people as much as I could. Um,
Well,
but now it's
that's
more of
okay.
yeah. Now it's more of a case of I'm not really that inspirational anymore. I'm not really that big hype man like I used to. And I don't know why that is. It could be like just, natural change. It could have been something that caused it. Uh, my special speech, fuck it, we ball. Fuck it, we ball. Yeah.
I'll get it
Um,
where it's
yeah.
you are whenever you want to be.
Yeah. And that's the thing. That's another thing what makes text easier for me. Like, it's easier to compliment you through text than it is to verbally say it. A, because, anxieties and stuff like that don't overtake my body. And B, I can actually, reword it before it's, when I'm speaking at the same pace that I'm thinking it. Uh,
Hmm.
and when I'm writing it, I can take my time. And that's probably why I love typing a bit more and using Brian TTS for giving you, especially Brits, your compliments because it's like, yeah, I always like complimenting people because I feel like it's something. I don't know why I feel nice when I give someone else a compliment. I just do. It's like you don't know why you like someone. You don't know why you don't why you feel so nice about someone or
Yeah, it's
feel
probably one of your love languages.
yeah. Just I mean probably yeah. I tend to
Yeah.
stutter when I speak. Brain goes in when I speak. Exactly. You probably hear me stutter a lot. I mean, I say a lot when I'm thinking about something because it's a tough thing to. I just did it there. It's a tough thing. For fuck's sake. It's a tough thing to have happen. It's a tough thing to speak and think without, slowing down or just and I say like and a lot as well. You have those filler words that just help break the silence. And to be fair, it's better to have those words than to go completely silent. Exactly this. Working on a compliment for Sky as we speak, much easier to do text.
Please, yeah, Dearnos is the king of the text
you know,
compliments.
Janos, you better put it in the chat.
He'd be
um,
spreading those around like wildfire.
yeah. I can speak in music notes. Uh, those music notes.
Do, 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 do.
My throat hurts.
I need to
And
play some games other than DBD
yeah,
sometime.
you do. Like, I mean, that sounds like I'm roasting DBD, and I am, but you
All
know,
right, Chris. Okay.
DBD is good.
Unnecessary.
In isolation, DBD is good. It's the
Forest.
repetitiveness of it, which really gets me. The forest.
That's
Dark
true.
Souls
It
3.
is repetitive.
Yeah. And to be fair, Call of Duty is also repetitive, which is probably why I don't play it anymore. Um,
Oh, you haven't been playing it?
I have not played COD since I last played Zombies, which is probably like June, I think. I'm doing a Christmas gift
Yeah.
thingy on Discord. I roll a dice and do a thing for you. And Sky rolled for a random gift, and now I need to give him a compliment. Um, I mean, if you could make one about the pun of Sky, about how just like the sky, he is very, he is he is above all of us. Then, you know, that's one. Okay, you can take that. You can use that in your notes, Dianos. Um,
You're welcome.
you're very welcome. But yeah,
Wait,
like
wait, wait, wait. What was that voice from? What was that?
what the you're very welcome.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just did it. It's
Okay.
a posh voice. You're very welcome. It sounds like something Andre would say in Dark Souls.
Oh, yeah.
Vivi, be careful.
Ah, so, yes, maybe maybe that's why it was so striking.
Yeah.
Jeez, I have so many
Hello
coins. I
there.
gotta use those.
What do you say?
Now we're back to Dark Souls and me wanting to play it. Oh
Yeah,
my god.
we will do Spicy Brit Soul School, Spicy Soul School, where
I have to
I
bring the PlayStation in here.
you know what, bring the PlayStation in here. Why not?
I
Um,
have to.
Would you care for some tea?
hey Gamma, how you doing? Would you care for some tea? I got Fanta Fruit Twist. I hope you're doing very well, Gamma. Hope you're doing very well indeed. Um, but yeah, that's probably one thing that I would love to do. Like, just at some point, like I'm always about content for some reason. Like that's disturbing. I like it. Thank you, Gamma. Um, I don't know why I'm so like I like video games and I like content, but for some reason I don't like making content by myself. If that makes sense. And I think the reason why I love the podcast so much, especially when I'm with someone that I know, is that I'm having fun doing it and I'm very comfortable with the person that I will talk to. And so as a result, I feel like it makes good content because that's what good content is. It's when you're enjoying yourself and that enjoyment, spreads to the people watching. Uh, I just hope you like video games. No mod of mine is a game hater. Oh yeah, I'm Gamma's mod by the way, which is great. Gamma's great. Check out Gamma, guys. She is a delight. I'll do a slash shout out so that not slash shade, not slash raid even. Slash shout out Gamma underscore fellow British streamer.
Ooh.
Don't worry. It's a normal shout out, Gamma. It's not a clip shout out, and you're not horrid. You are great, and also you have very cool tattoos. And also you've got very cool glasses. You know what? I'm going to put on my glasses just so that. And Britt has glasses as well. If you have glasses, you are
Wow, it's
cool.
true. I do.
Glasses are cool.
If you can't see, then you're cool.
Yeah, exactly. If you can't see the haters, then you're cool. But yeah, I'm gonna take these off now. I only had these, I only have these because of driving lessons, which I never got. So, uh, having glasses is hot girl shit. Am I a hot girl, Gamma? Please tell me I'm a hot girl.
Is it?
Yes, you are including that. Oh, thank God. Thank God. um, but yeah, we went back to Dark Souls, didn't we? And I was talking about how much I
Yeah.
love content and video games. And one of the bits of content I love watching, I just punched my mic, but one of the content that I love watching more than anything is Outside Xbox and Outside Extra, which are not only British, which makes them infinitely better than any other channel out there, but also it's a group of 5 people on camera, a person behind the camera called James, the cameraman, uh, and then producer John. So that's 7 people total that you tend to see, and 5 of them are mainly in front of the camera, and you just see them having a lovely time. You just like Ellen from Outside Extra has been doing not only Ellen's Sphere
Is that a
Academy.
YouTube channel?
Yeah, it's a YouTube channel. Would recommend. But
Hmm.
Ellen from Outside Extra on with normally Luke has been not only doing Fear Academy, which is horror games because she doesn't like horror games, but also she's done Souls Academy for Dark Souls 1 and 3, um, which are just fun to watch. They're just fun to watch, and also it's fun to see someone play Dark Souls 1 for the first time, knowing that I was the same. In even though I was not as good naturally as Ellen was. But yeah, like especially Outside Extra, like I've been watching a lot more of their content because, I mean, they're both the same channel, but they just Extra is the side channel, not the main channel, and I watch that more just because of the live streams for the Dark Souls stuff because it tends to be a bit more professional for outside Xbox. At least I mean, it started out that way, and it did technically stay that way for the most part. But also, like with that stuff, it's also a case of they did loosen up. Like the weird thing about Outside Xbox and Outside Extra is how much they evolved. Because I feel like the reason why I prefer Outside Extra is because it started off being more of a channel about them, and then you go to Outside Xbox and it's like they started like in the early. Well, I think they started like 2011, 2012.
Hmm.
And back then they were more
Wow,
like
they
IGN than anything, and run instead of their own thing. And
did they
so
start the Dark Souls stuff like right then? Like when it came out?
no, not when it came
Oh.
out. But I just remember like in the early days they had like they did like things like checking out interviews for, well, not interviews, but like they were looking at details regarding Black Ops 2 when that was starting to come out,
Hmm.
and seeing all that stuff. And then like as it evolved, it became less like IGN or like that stuff, that official stuff, and it became more about them. And that is just what's so good about it, because they
I
they
see.
like they are like five very different people who just mash together like the best five flavors you can think of. They mash together like wait there, like orange, peach, apple, passion fruit, and carbonated water. They are basically so like, and I
That
can,
tie-in though.
yeah, that's a callback reference. um, and what I love about it is because those five people are like the most wholesome people that I've seen on the internet. Um, and it's just fun to watch how different. Like the weird thing is like, especially like I something I can vividly remember when Outside Extra started in like 2016. Like a lot of people were considering Ellen to be Jane 2.0 just because I'm guessing because they were both females in 2016 of all times. But then you realize that they are probably the most different members of all five. Like Ellen's a very like wholesome, like she's like a very wholesome person and very uplifting, and she also laughs a lot. And then you get to Jane, who is like a very mature person and a very, once again, like quite a funny person as well, and also she laughs as much as everyone else does, but also like she has like this facade, I guess, of her being like this evil villain who's planning to take over the world, and that's just become a running joke. And it's just, that's how I started like my passion for content creation, is just watching those two channels, seeing how wonderful they are
Right.
to each
And
other, and it just started everything.
right, but it had a lot to do for you. It had a lot to do with like witnessing the interactions
Exactly.
between the people. Yeah, that's
Exactly.
cool.
Like if there were five people that I could thank for, well, there's more than five people I could thank for my streaming career taking off, but for my passion, it would be those five in particular. So, Andy, Mike, Jane, Luke, or Ellen, or even James and producer John, if you're watching this, which you're probably not, but if you are, thank you. 10 out of 10 stream. Thank you, Sky.
Sky, you're a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, wait there. I've got Sky.
Ha, take that. Get
Sky.
wrecked.
There you go, Sky. That's for you. Pretty sure Britt will see that in a few seconds, but yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. You got
Hell
the
yeah.
card ready. Oh, speaking of, I think we're gonna. I need to buy Uno on Steam.
Oh, I need to get. I don't have it on Steam. I have it on Xbox, but I should get it for Steam.
I wonder if it's cross play.
It's not, I'm afraid. I don't
No.
think. Like
It's
I
definitely on sale right now.
yeah. No, 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 Sky. 10 out of 10. To be fair, the best compliment.
$4.
$4. Oh, $4. That's the same price as
Mhm.
Among Us. But yeah, I'd love to play Uno with you at some point, because I am very. I love the chaos of Uno. I'm Monopoly Plus.
And the flip and just dance packs. Is that what you got last night? Flip theme.
But yeah, what was that thing? Oh yeah, the best. Like before I started streaming, the best compliment that I was ever given is that I look like a 7 out of 10. No joke, and it's hilarious. I mean, I do still consider that a very good compliment, being called 7 out of 10.
That's better than average,
It's above
right?
average, yeah.
Yeah.
But also, like when I look at myself, I'm just like, ugh, what the fuck is that?
Excuse me?
When I look at myself in the mirror. Don't shake your head.
I'm shaking my head and rolling my eyes.
Don't roll your eyes. I just realised that.
Too late.
I mean, that could be taken out of context. So we're not going to get. Let's not go there.
Hey yo.
I avoid all mirrors. I mean, if I were to look in the mirror, I mean, I wouldn't be able to see anything because I'm a vampire. I don't know why I turned into the Count from the Muppets. Not the Muppets, Sesame Street. Wrong thing.
I need to watch some more Muppets content.
I like how we started out with Evil Kermit. And we're talking about the Muppets still. Oh.
It's good shit.
I like this is somehow like despite being chaos, it's come full circle in several times.
Unplanned chaos, but
Unplanned chaos.
look at us.
Exactly. If you don't love chaos, are you really living?
Uh, Whether you love it or not, you don't have a choice.
Yeah, exactly. You don't really have a choice. It's happening. It's happening. Chaos happens all around us. But yeah, going back to my inspiration of Outside Xbox and Outside Extra, one thing that I really did want to do is, just have fellow streamers or fellow content creators just come together like into a group and we actually do something similar where we just we play games, we enjoy games, and we just, we like this podcast. I love the One Stream podcast. My one problem is that I always do it alone. Like I always organize it alone, and I just have to rely on myself to get the days and the times and the guests. And so what I would have loved to do, and what I would still love to do if it happens in 2023, is maybe have a podcast which is not just me, but it could be like a bunch of people, like a group of like 3 or 4 people. And it's not like they have to be there every time, but like you can have like an interchange. They can have them interchange in the podcast. So it could be, for example, if Britt were to do it, it could be me or Britt, or if Gamma wanted to join it, it could be Britt and Gamma, and I'm just not here. Like I would love to do something more like that, where it's like a team thing rather than just a me and.
That sounds interesting. Yeah, that sounds fun. Unhinged podcast.
You know what? I'm going to write that name down.
Okay, but if that happens, Sky, you have to be on it.
Yeah. Also, you're going to have to be on it, Britt. At least you have to co-host.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, that's the thing. When I remember when I started the podcast, I said I was like with these guests, I'm also looking for a co-host. Really. Okay, I'll do it. You know what? I'm all for it, Sky Roosters. But yeah, like I just. Like, I've been trying to get projects together where I can, work on something with some friends because...
Yeah, do more co-op type things.
Yeah, because really, like, I'm okay, but I feel like I'm a lot better if I'm with someone else. Like, I feel like my full potential, why not?
Full potential.
Yeah, my full potential is brought out when I'm around good people. Which is probably why I'm more like this with Brit, and more stuttery around someone that I know a bit less. When I open my mouth, a song starts playing. Sky won't talk, they'll respond in songs. Yeah. It's just Sky is just a musical. I'm going to just write that down as well. But that's
silly.
Yeah, that's the beauty of content creation, is that you can do it alone. And you probably, could have some fun doing things like talking about the games that you love. But I just find it a lot more fun when you're enjoying it with other people. Like, are you really enjoying it? Like, are you really getting the maximum enjoyment if you're not sharing it with people who are also enjoying what you're doing at the end of the day? And that's what streaming is. It's enjoying something and having other people enjoy it as well. If you really break it down. That is also why I don't stream by myself often. I do better with other people around. I can't hold a conversation by myself. Yeah, I can see that definitely. And you know what? That would actually be great. Like if we could just get like imagine if we did it all. Like, you know what? Write it down. Mark the day. Mark the time. This is going to be the day that me, Britt, because Britt has to be on it now. And Dinos and Sky Roosters. We're starting the Unhinged podcast. It could get any of us being on it. Why not?
Anything goes. It's unhinged.
Goes. Yeah, exactly. We talk about whatever the fuck we want, and we have 4 people, and it doesn't even bloody matter. I would love that. I would love that more than anything. I'll just stare at the camera if I stream.
In silence.
Yeah, just you know what? That's going to be the competition now. Just stare at your camera with a straight face. First person to crack loses. I already broke. God damn it! I spent a good 5 seconds. Oh, excuse me.
Wow. Wow. You really had to throw that one in there, huh?
What? Throw what in there? What? I am confusion. I am confused. You need
You get
to
to look.
yeah. I mean, look at that. Look at that vegan AF cap. Tell me Brit's not stylish and she's wearing that fucking
I
cap.
always hesitate wearing this.
Vegan as
I
fuck.
felt safe here.
Yeah, you know what? It's because, you know, I'm glad that you feel safe here. Sprouted fire. What a lovely name.
My sweet vegan friend.
Yeah. One thing that I do love, like, I feel like what this shows is like how alive your community is that they are actually here. They are here. You have a lovely community and they are here. Like,
Yeah.
it means a
They're
lot.
pretty
Yeah.
sweet.
They are very sweet people. You watching right now, if you know Brits, you're a sweet person. You're a sweetie. But yeah, like an awesome community without a doubt. And yeah, like I feel like that's a testament to you, Brit. Just, you know, I know that I talked about it earlier, and I'm probably going to repeat myself here, but the fact that you managed to get lovely people, like, I feel like the people that you surround with yourself with is a very good reflection of you. The fact that you got really lovely people, and sometimes you can have some good bants, as
I'm blessed.
some good bants, as us British people say. And I'm losing my voice again. But yeah,
Where's that Fanta?
my Fanta play twist is here. Oh my lord, I needed that.
There you go.
Here's the thing. So this is what's left of my Fantasy Fruit twist, guys. I bought this 9 hours ago. And it took that long for me to almost finish it. I'm anything but lovely. I'm your worst nightmare. I don't know why I turned Scottish.
Why did you change your name on Discord to that?
I'm your worst
It's just so
nightmare.
uncharacteristic. It's
Yeah.
hilarious. I love it.
Best Discord name. To be fair, like your worst nightmare would have been a great thing for Halloween. But now that Christmas is coming up, what's everyone's name going to be on the Discord? You got to tell us now.
Not festive enough.
You're not festive enough. I mean, let's see. Shit.
Silly.
I did that. What is a good Christmas name for Brit? SpicyBritt. There we go.
I know. I mean, there are quite a few variations possible.
Yeah.
There's a lot to work with. I'm sure someone will think of something.
I'm thinking gingerbread man, but gingerbread man. Gingerbread.
Gingerbread?
Yeah, you're not ginger enough. Hey there, Jess. I'm well, thank you. How are you doing? Hopefully well enough. But yeah, you would have to dye your hair ginger if you were to be gingerbread, I guess. I mean.
Oh yeah.
You
could get a wig.
Oh, you could get a wig, yeah. I wonder how you would look with ginger hair.
I have wondered, but I don't know if it would be fitting.
I don't know. I feel like it's hard to.
Hi, Jess.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that you're not doing great, but hopefully we can change that a little bit. Jess, not the gumdrop, not the good. I can't fucking do.
My God, butt spot.
I can't. Not the gum quack button. I can't do a good gingy voice because my voice doesn't go that high enough. Britt, can you try and do that gingy, not the gumdrop buttons?
You mean?
Yeah. Do it high.
I almost did. Nope. Reverse card to Dear Nos.
Dear Nos.
Oh my God, drop buttons.
Oh, that. You know what? Great.
Where is it?
Not the gumdrop buttons. That's my
That
one.
one's so sad.
I mean, to be fair, he is
Melancholy.
getting tortured, isn't he? He's getting tortured by Lord Fuckwad. uh, or Walt Disney, if the theories are to be, actually, to be fair, Lord Farquaad is not meant to be Walt Disney. It's meant to be another employer at Disney at the time of Shrek.
Dearness.
DNS. Genius. There we go. That's how you have to say it now. Hello there, Genius. How you doing today? Genius.
No.
Don't know why I did. Don't know why Borat sounds like that now. I mean, to be fair, I'm pretty sure I made the point of like a D's nuts, Dinos joke, like D's nuts. I'm pretty sure I made that pun like at one point, and Dinos was like, "I'm gonna use that at one point."
I haven't seen that one very often. I feel like it should happen.
It should be happening a lot more often. I'm surprised I'm the only one who has. Yeah, we've been great, thank you, Jess. We've been very well, thank you. Look at your compliments.
And a nice day.
Well, the reverse card. Did he say a compliment, Sky?
I think they're talking about the DMs.
Yeah,
They're complimenting
DMs.
each other privately.
I see. Oh, what is that emotes? Oh, it's learn. A learn emotes.
It's her wiggle. Look how cute it is.
That's sweet. I froze and I don't know what to do. If you saw your dungeon master, just kidding. That was a terrible pun.
Hey, any DMs in the chat? Any DMs?
Yeah. Who's a DM? As in dungeon master or GM for games
That
master?
good luck.
Hey,
I'll be right back.
Incognito. You'll be right back. No worries, Britt. No worries. God bless Brit. We love Brit, don't we? But yeah, like this podcast has been very untoward. It has had no direction, but that's because once again, guys, it's the last one. It's the finale. We're just talking about whatever comes to mind. We do love Brit. Brit is awesome, as you said, Jess. And if you want to check out Brit, check out here. Too much. I don't want to roast you. Oh, for God's sake. Okay, Dinos. Here's the thing, Dinos. You think you can come in here, you can redeem a roast. You think you're going to, get a roast from me? Do you think you're even worth that? Are you sure you're even worth that with your little, what's that you play? Power wash simulator? The only thing that you need to power wash is your fucking language, mate. You know what you need to do, Dinos? You need to take that 3,000 channel points that you just spent. You need to shove them up your dear's nuts. My God damn, too much complimenting. You want to, goddamn, stop all the compliments. How about a fuck you? How about that, Dinos? Is that good enough? I could talk about how, you think, fuck you, I'll spend my channel points as I please. Fuck you for thinking I can, roast, thinking I can even capable of roasting you. You're poopy. What the actual, like, I don't even know how to, roast you properly, dear. No, so that's probably the best you're gonna get. I do apologize. Oh, my throat. Problem is, like, with these podcasts, apart from the obvious guest stuff like that, is that this is probably the most I speak out of all my streams. I speak a fair amount, I will admit. I speak a fair amount. Apologising for a roast. I'm apologising that I'm not roasting you good enough. That's the apology. To be fair, I do love it when you when you go to a streamer and they have the roast redeem and you know this person, so you know that they are capable of roasting you. So you just give them a roast, you just redeem roast, and then you see them just struggle through it. Like, they just struggle through the roast because they're, like, for the most part, Like, streamers are wholesome beings who want to just compliment all the time. I'm pretty sure, is compliment a redeem, or is it just a free thing that I do? Okay, it's 500 channel points cheaper. I should probably make that a bit cheaper than that. I should probably make it like 1,500, not 2,500. Excuse me. Excuse me again. Like, Jesus Christ. Oh, Brit's back. Yeah.
Hi, thanks for that pure entertainment while I was
Well, of
gone.
me struggling to roast Dinos.
Oh no, that was good. That was great.
Oh, I'll try my best. But yeah. You know what? Do you
Too
want
much.
to? Do you want to have a go at roasting Dinos, Brits?
Oh, I could get him real good.
Oh, do it.
Okay, no,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do it publicly.
Okay. Do it in the DMs. And then send me the
I'll
DMs.
bring him down. I'm just kidding. I don't wanna.
I'll bring him down to my height, which is usually like a urban legend for you, isn't it? But listen me. You need to redeem it, Sprouts.
Belittle me. Sprout? Okay, I could
SpicyBritt.
never imagine.
Yeah.
It's not possible. My brain couldn't fathom it.
Yeah. Speaking of little, your height has actually become a bit of a running joke / urban legend in your own community, hasn't it? Because you're canonically 5'9" or 69 inches tall. Nice. But also at the same time, like, people have been making jokes about how you're like 8'9" or something like that. To the point where you're probably like, if we were to combine your perceived heights together, you'd probably be the size of a hotel, like in height alone. Like,
Well, goddamn.
goddamn.
Sky, it's not possible for me to roast you either.
You need to, you need to redeem it, Sky. It's 2,500 channel points. They don't come. No, it's 3,000 channel points. It doesn't come
More
free.
like ground chicken.
Ground chicken.
Got him. Get wrecked.
Ground chicken. To be fair, ground chicken sounds like something that would be next to the ground beef.
Oh, right.
Like it
I mean, that is kind of. I guess that
Yeah.
could be considered an insult, more so than like a literal ground chicken.
I feel like saying floor cock would be a bit better.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, Sky.
Chris has ideas.
I don't know why I have ideas. Half of them are bananas. Not literal bananas. They're just, half of them are mad. The other half are good ideas with little needs, little ability to actually do it. That'd be a compliment, would it not? What? Floor cock? I guess so. But why would you want to floor cock? I'm about to start swinging.
Oh wait, it would be a compliment, would it not? Okay, I see where you're going with this.
Skyris is about to start swinging their floor cock.
Yeah, are we swanging?
Oh.
Thank
God. Oh God. Thank God that this isn't thank God this is mature content. A mature content stream. Hello? Hello there. General Kenobi. I don't know why I went there. Oh,
hello there.
Hello there. Oh, was that you, Brit? Was that you, Brit, saying hello there?
What? Yeah, that was me.
Was that your actual voice? God damn, that did not sound like you at all. I was like, who the fuck?
I was like, wait, who else?
I was like, who the fuck joined the VC? Oh. Good lord.
What can I say?
Yeah. I mean, have you considered voice acting, Brit? Have you considered it?
It would be fun. It'd be really fun.
Yeah, it would be fun. I've always wanted to, well, not always, but ever since I started streaming, I thought voice acting seems like it would be a bit fun, wouldn't it? Like whenever you do the voice lines of like a game which doesn't have a voice, and then you just try and give them different personalities or different voices. It's kind of fun and silly, but
it is. Yeah, it's really difficult though to remember what accent.
Oh yeah.
You gave him.
sometimes it's the
I've
accent.
tried it
Sometimes
before,
it's
and
just
it was fun.
yeah.
But...
Sometimes it's just like the pitch of your voice. I remember at one point I made someone have like a very deep voice and sound like
Oh,
me.
yeah,
Yeah. Uh, I can keep the compliments up. Uh-oh. Dinos is drowning in compliments. You may need to roast him quick. Need to evaporate that water with the roasts. uh,
Oh no,
God.
we'll let him have this moment.
All right.
This guy's real good at what he does.
Great. And that's what I love about communities. When you just wholesome, just look at the wholesome. Look at the wholesome.
Love it.
You'll
Love
love
it.
it.
I'm so lucky.
Yeah. And you know what? We're lucky to have you, Brit, because, you know, where else would this happen apart from your streams? But where else would this happen? Um, you know, like it's just
Here.
here. Yeah, I mean here, yes, but you know, it's only happening here because Brit is awesome, just like Jess said.
Aw.
Yeah. This is I feel like one of my favorite running jokes that I make is that I always give you like an overwhelming compliment about like you just being like, okay, so this I'm not quite a goddess like Brit, but I am capable of doing this. Like it's become a running joke for me to just give you an overwhelming compliment, of like just you know, I guess it's like it is a joke of me putting you on a pedestal. Uh, I'm not actually putting you on a pedestal though. It's just like
Right.
yeah, it's just more of a joke that I'm doing it. Uh, but I feel like I'd prefer that running joke to most of the ones that I have because it's just nice. It's nice, and also your reactions are always the best whenever I do it. Whenever you're in chat and I just see OMG and a bunch of heart emotes, or it's like here when you say it with a British accent of oh my god, and it's always good to hear. Like it's always nice to see that reaction. We are indeed lucky to have it, yeah. And yeah, I feel like the thing that makes us lucky to have,
Cuties.
yeah. Brit, look at the stream.
You have
I
another
have
color.
8. I can
You
do
have
this.
8
Well, I have 4 colors,
colors.
but
You
2 of
can just
each.
like whip out a whole down.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
I have 4, but 2 of each.
They were there.
Yeah, I mean, just look at them all. I just have them all here
Nice.
because at one point, I don't know when, but I was. I think it was during a stream. Someone gave me a really nice compliment. I had the Uno deck right there. I don't know where it is now, but after that, I just took the time out of my day. Uh, the infinite reverse card exactly. So you can't just know you me all the time. And also I've got it as an emote, so I can just do it infinitely. But yeah, like I think the reason why people are lucky to have you, Brit, is because like when it's around you, you're like your attitude is certainly a very uh uplifting one whenever someone talks to you. And I feel like that uplifting attitude actually makes people want to have that be a part of themselves, and so they push themselves to have that uplifting attitude towards other people as well. And it's like a domino effect, and then the more people that get uplifted, the more people that do the uplifting. Oh my voice. Uh, but and then the more people who do the uplifting, the more of a wholesome community you have, and then we have one like this. Um, Thanos intensifies. Oh yeah, Infinity reverse cards. I should have like a gauntlet and just have it the different colors of no you. Like that would be great.
I like that idea, yeah.
Just oh god, damn. Oh, I'm just trying to crash. To catch my breath. There we go. That's the word. Catch my breath. Catch my voice. Because I'm pretty sure is this empty now? No, it's got a bit left. Let's see that off. Let's see. Okay, you can't hear it. Sadly, you can't hear the pour.
I heard a little bit.
Heard it a little bit, but sadly, you couldn't hear all of it because voice cut out. But yeah, like I feel like that's the thing. It's like who you are as a streamer is who your community ends up becoming. I think it's a way to put it for most streamers. If you're a streamer with a sizable community, a community sizable enough to have an impact on someone, then it becomes more of a domino effect of how they're going to be. And I feel like that's what makes it absolutely vital that we have more kind-hearted people on this platform rather than the popular people who say really mean stuff on COD or something like that. And that's why
Yeah.
I always make the joke of why isn't PK or why isn't Brit, why isn't this person face of Twitch? Because frankly, I feel like that you guys would be a better fit for that because of your wholesomeness rather than your rather than the toxicity that another person has that the big streamers have in that
Mm.
sense.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate you saying that, and it's definitely something that I put a focus on. And having so many differing like personalities and, temperaments and things like that, and kind of moderating that in a way
Yeah,
is difficult. And like, I don't take it lightly. And so to know that as a whole, like it's a positive rather than, a negative, like that's all that I could really ask for. And there's just been, there's so many things to manage and be aware of in order to create that like healthy environment. So the fact that it's, noticeable
yeah,
helps.
yeah, and I feel like that it's definitely like it's a very exhausting thing as well to manage all of that. And you're not
It
ever
can
going
be.
to, yeah, you're not ever going to get rid of the negativity fully. Like you're always gonna have someone come by, but
Hmm.
it doesn't, like it doesn't stop. It doesn't stop you from just still being positive, and also you can just have the oh brother, this guy stinks, and then have them banned. Like that was a pretty like fun thing. I feel like that's another thing when someone negative comes along, you just have something funny to about it to add to it. So that when you, because I'm pretty sure you did have my voice. What's going on here? Um, but you did have like somebody like I think your 1 year anniversary video. I remember. Someone came into one of your streams acting a certain way, and then like it was like, then they got banned, and at the same time of them getting banned, you just had the kind of oh brother, this guy stinks, and then like the victory in your voice and on your face of when it
Oh,
happened
was
at
that
the
the
same
first time
time.
someone used it and at the right? I
At
think
the
it
right
was. I knew what
time,
you're talking
yeah.
about.
And then,
Yeah,
like,
nice.
that was the last clip of you on that video before I got to the clips of everyone saying happy 1 year. Uh,
Hmm.
oh,
Hmm.
that's probably my favorite video that I've made ever. And I've made
It's
a lot of
such a
good
good
ones.
video.
Yeah. I tell you what, it's still on my YouTube as unlisted, so if anyone wants to go and watch it, the link is actually in Brit's Discord somewhere. I don't know if it's pinned, but it's there.
I wonder
Uh,
if it is pinned. It should
I
be.
think it's under Game Music Media. Either that or I sent it to you personally. I can't remember which. Um, no, it's both.
I
'Cause
think
I sent
perhaps
it to you.
both.
Yeah, I sent it to you personally, and then I
Hmm.
afterwards I put it in the Discord so that everyone else. And I remember that because I made it. I sent you it. Excuse me. But yeah, I sent you it, and with the way that you do your streams, you like to take your time with just chatting because obviously that's a good thing to take your time on. I remember it's on there, but it's not pinned. I'll do that when I'm done here. No worries, enough. Thank you so much for
Oh,
doing
thanks,
that.
Nasi.
But yeah, like it was like, and then like you started your stream at like 1 a.m. my time, and
Hmm.
then like I had to stay awake just to see your reaction to the video because I made it and I made it for you and I just wanted to see how you reacted. I didn't want to see it in the VOD. I wanted to see it in live. And then like because you once again you like to take your time with just chatting, which is good because you have lovely people to interact with and that's always a good thing. But then it was like, Brit, it's 2:45 in the morning. Please watch the video. Or or like or like that was when the video ended and I had to go to bed immediately. And I just To be fair, it was funny for me. It was hilarious to have that happen. And
You stayed up. Oh,
I mean, I had to. I made it. I wanted, I wanted to see your reaction. Um, but yeah, like, and then like, to be fair, it was your birthday this month as well. Unfortunately, I could not stay awake for that birthday stream because I don't know. I feel like I had something planned the day after. But I watched the VOD and just watching like you read the Kudo board that everyone made you, which I contributed to because of course I did. Um, and it was really lovely to see the amount of people. And once again, like it's those moments where it's like your birthday or when it's your anniversary, and people do that stuff. They go out of their way to do that stuff for you, and it just shows how special people aren't just not just people how special people are to you, but how special you are to those as well. Trust me, Chris, you can't do something for Brit and expect her to get it on Steam on stream in a timely manner. Oh, trust me, I know. Oh,
this is not surprise. Do not
yeah.
at Warpig 960.
Leave Warpig alone. Who's Warpig? Who's Warpig? That's where we were going with this. Who's Warpig? Um, but yeah, like that is to be fair, like it's your stream, so but it was worth it. Worth staying up until late time in the morning because frankly, I not it's not just that I enjoy your content. It's because like you've just been a fantastic friend to me outside of streams as well. Because like we don't talk too often outside of streams, but when we do, it's like it's always nice. It's always a nice conversation. Like I can remember like I came to you particularly when I fell out with my friends and like the way that you helped me through it was probably the most unusual way that I've heard someone like help me through something. Normally because it's like the way that I did, like when I said I fell out with them, I blamed myself at first, and then you helped me come around with the idea that it's not necessarily my fault, but the fault of a certain person in that scenario, more so than it would have been my fault. And like, yeah, we did like admit that sometimes I said something that was a bit harsh, but it wasn't like without reason, and it helped me like justify not really help me justify, but help me come to terms with the fact that what happened, and I feel like you don't really give yourself enough credit for like the amount of like help that you provide other people. I think, Britt. To be fair, I don't really hear you give yourself credit, so I can't really say whether or not you actually do give yourself credit for it. But yeah, like, and the thing is, like, I'm friends with that person now that I fell out with, and
You are.
yeah, and it does mean a lot.
Yay.
Yeah, like it means a lot to me that I managed to do that. I managed to become their friend again. Uh, but I don't think it would have been even possible, like if I didn't have you helping me through it. So honestly, thank you, Britt.
Hmm.
I don't think I
It was
thanked you
my
enough.
pleasure. Yeah, it's like I like to do it. It's something that I've always had passion for. Just like,
Yeah, just
being there for people. Like,
yeah.
you know,
I feel that's the one thing
so
that's
I
the
like it.
yeah that's the big thing you and I have in common. We just like being there for people. And
Yeah,
I know
it
for a fact.
works.
Yeah, exactly. Uh, and I know for a fact um like once again you're going through something. We won't go into it because I don't know what it is and I don't really feel comfortable asking. But when you said you were going through some stuff at some point, and I reached out to you because I want to be there for you. But like, and you said something along the lines of like, it's I appreciate you reaching out, and but it's like it's something that I need to figure out how I'm going to address it. And I was like, that is completely fair. Um,
Mhm.
and I feel like that's also important. Like when you are there for someone, it's also a case of like sometimes it's okay if they're not going to say something about the situation. Uh, and it's just like well, for sure, well, for sure, enjoy like being there for someone. But I overthink and I worry I'm there too much. Oh yeah, there's always that worry as well, being there too much for someone. Um, and that's the thing. Like when you said that you need to figure out how to address it, I was like, that's completely fair because it's okay. Like sometimes, it's okay to take something on yourself or like figure something out for yourself because sometimes that's a bit more mature, than going to someone with a problem. Uh, and well, I don't know what the problem is, Britt. I will say that I am like I'm pretty sure this stream shows that there are a lot of people who are here for you. Uh, and I hope you're getting out of that situation that or that mindset or whatever's going on. I hope you're getting out of that in a very safe way, and I hope you're doing okay, mate. Like once again, I'm here for
Thank
you.
you. I am.
Yeah,
I'm doing so much better. And like whenever you reached out, I hadn't really like opened up to anyone really. But over time I've been able to do that a little bit more and like figure it out and have the time to myself, like
yeah,
on this break and stuff. So I definitely want to, somehow address it on a larger scale. And I
yeah.
think I'll be able to do that better. Like, um, my birthday stream, like when I streamed on my birthday, I was barely able to like talk for the first half because I was so
You're going through it. Yeah,
upset. Yeah. But now like I think I'm ready to
yeah.
be able to articulate my thoughts.
Yeah, well, I'm proud of you, Britt, for getting the time for yourself. And when you do speak out about it, regardless of what it is, whether it be something big or small, I'm good to support you because at the end of the day, you've done a lot of good for me and a lot of good for so many people that you know it's like I tend to say quite frequently, weirdly enough, put good into the world and goodness finds its way back to you. And I feel like when you give yourself, the time, when you're ready to talk about it, there are going to be so many people who will come to you and they'll be very kind to you because you've been very kind to us. And, it's not going to be a case of just, coming to you just because, just to be nice, but also because we understand you as a human being. And that's probably the vital thing when it comes to streaming is that you can either be the kind of streamer who has a persona or you can be the kind of streamer who is yourself. And when you're yourself, people can understand you a bit more. And you're definitely one of the streamers who act like yourself. Like no matter wherever I see you, you're always like consistently you. And then when you go to Spicy Brittany Ann the kind, they call it. Yeah, Spicy Brittany Ann the
Big
kind.
sweet for short.
Yeah, first of
First of her name.
Spicy Brittany Ann the kind the first. Not quite Titherington Smolders the fourth, which is my one of my tabletop RPG names. Brittany Ann Spicington. Oh yeah, Spicington. That's her surname, Spicington. Um, but yeah,
But yeah, I've been told that, like that people are here for me and they
yeah,
appreciate me and like, like
yeah,
all of those things, but like that being on this long of a break has actually like proven that and been
yeah,
so like important for me and like it's just been exactly what I needed to like feel better. So it's
yeah.
pretty great.
I'm glad because at the end of the day, like when someone says that when you have a lot of people saying that they're there for you, it's either like it may end up being like a thing where it becomes less believable because more people are saying it, but then it happens and they are there for you, and you're like, oh shit, huh,
Hmm.
they are. Like they were telling the truth. Huh.
Mhm.
Interesting.
So nice.
Yeah. And like I feel like that is certainly like something that's like Jesus Christ. Uh sorry, I can detain my mum speak. But yeah, like when it
You
comes
can.
to, yeah, when it comes to communities, it's certainly like vital. Like if you are going to be one of those people who have a facade or a persona on camera, that you always have your own. You still have your people, off stream that you can go to, or like your friends, your family, someone like you care about that you can be you towards, even if you like have a persona like that. But
Mhm.
like, yeah, Britt, I'm here for you for real. Check your door. Let's go. That's a joke. Okay. Listen, Dinos, if you're going to take Britt away, you need to take me away as well. Like we're doing a podcast here, Dinos.
We're busy.
Yeah, we're a bit busy right now. But yeah, like, yeah, what was I think about communities? Yeah, and then like it's actually in the window. What Dinos? Oh yeah, Dinos is in the window. Just open the curtain, Britt. You can just see see a Dinos. You can see a nos, Dinos. Oh, okay. For a minute, you were looking down for so long. I
In the
thought
window? Oh, it's dark.
holy shit. I mean, it's dark here because it's 10:30, but like you were looking at down at your phone for so long. I thought my thing froze. I was like, no, Brits, don't go, don't disconnect. But yeah, like
It's a little choppy, but it hasn't frozen yet.
yeah, which is good because I've had so many technical difficulties doing the
Oh,
podcast.
really? Like with the podcast
Yeah.
specifically?
Well, not for me, not for this one, but like for past ones, I have. Like I've had moments like a couple of months ago, I had one where it just kept on disconnecting. And I didn't know why, and then I just had to and then I had a lot of technical difficulties with OBS and Discord, and so I just had to restart all of that, and eventually it worked. Till the sweat
But I'm
dropped down
glad that
my
that's not working. I mean,
yeah
that's not happening today.
yeah that's
Knock
good.
smash, please.
To be fair, I don't think we've had a technical difficulty in any of our streams, well, any of our podcasts together, Britt, because
Yeah.
like the first one seemed okay. I can't remember the first one being okay. The second one I think was okay as well, and this one's okay. So yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you'll have to see it.
No blips.
No blips. Yeah. I'll tell you what, we'll have one last conversation before we sign off because we are approaching 2 hours 40 minutes, so let's have one last conversation. What should this conversation be about? With that, I listened to that song when I was 12.
No, and like it was completely acceptable.
Yeah. I don't even know what song it is.
Why is the Michael Myers mask comical?
Yeah, it's. I mean, I don't understand. Yeah, why? I don't know if it is comical. Why is it comical? Is it because it's the next Pyramid Head meme where everyone
I'm sure he has some sort of
where everyone,
explanation.
for some reason, when for some reason people are very into Pyramid Head? Is that what the mask being comical is the equivalent of? I don't know. Michael Myers is pretty scary.
Knock smash doesn't get scared.
Oh, lucky him.
Featuring the legendary Lil Jon. He is, though. A freaking legend.
He used to laugh at Michael Myers movies all the time. I would, like, to be fair, Michael Myers is probably the one movie that I'd be the least scared of. Because, I don't know. It just seems like it'd be one that I'd be like, his mask is just William Shatner. What?
I'm feeling so discouraged right now.
Why are you feeling discouraged? What about this?
Knock Smash hates movies.
Yeah. To be fair, movies are movies.
His mask is just William Shatner.
Yeah. I don't. Is it though? Is it though? Jesus Christ! Let me just have a drink.
Go grab one.
I got one. I'm drinking.
You have a little bit left. Oh, good.
Got half a glass left. And then all the fancy fruit twisters gone. I don't know. We don't agree with her. I'm going to agree with Britt because, why not? Give me a reason not. And if you say the word tea machine, then I'm just going to stay supporting Britt.
You've already proven your point's invalidity. Knock.
Yeah. Subnautica. Oh yeah, Subnautica. Subnautica is probably one of those.
Gotta play Subnautica.
Yeah. She's definitely like for real. I mean, probably. But you know what? That's what friends do, right? They gaslight each other. You're just being crazy. um, I don't think Ashley William Chatton. I don't think actually. Wait, Ashley. Oh, Ashy, as in ashes. Uh, it's scary. I don't know why. Why not? He's tall, scary. He's tall, strong. He's got a knife.
Menacing.
To be fair, we are in the age where people are somehow sexually attracted to Pyramid Head, so I don't like. And Pyramid Head's 1,000 times more terrifying than goddamn Michael Myers. And Michael Myers, to be fair, when you say Michael Myers, are you talking about the actual horror villain Noct, or are you about the actor who plays Austin Powers? Completely, he was also called Mike Myers and also voiced Shrek. Are you talking about that Mike Myers?
I like the subtle topic change. Not a match. They are. I don't. Why?
Crack my knuckles.
I need to finish watching Silent Hill.
Oh yeah, like. Oh wait, watching Silent Hill. Is it a Netflix show or something? Is it a film? Silent Hill a film?
Huh?
What? You said watching Silent Hill.
Yeah.
It's a film.
It is?
Oh.
Yeah, it's a good movie. I
Oh.
mean, I don't think it's rated that highly, but it's good.
That's a change coming from video game films.
Don't ask Knox Smash if he likes it.
Knox Smash, do you like Silent Hill the film? There we go. Too late, Britt. I asked.
I don't want to know the answer.
I think the first Silent Hill film was good.
I haven't seen the second one. Oh.
You know what? You know what's great about Silent Hill? The fact that PT, the game PT, was meant to be like a demo for a new Silent Hill game that never happened, and now PT is just this big urban legend, and there's very rare. You cannot play PT again unless you have it installed on your PlayStation.
Yeah, Nog told me about that. He's the first person who introduced me to that. I'm pretty sure he has it.
Yeah, and once again, that's another thing from Ellen's Fear Academy from Outside Extra that everyone should absolutely check out. But yeah, like PT was one of the games I actually played, and the best thing about the Fear Academy series especially is that because it's various people who come in and help her through the horror games, and I'm pretty sure it was Luke who was helping her with PT, and Luke and Andy in particular in Outside Extra were very more like whenever something happened, they're like, oh no, whatever could that be? And just, making things worse. So whenever Ellen would get scared, it would just become scary because you just hear me like, oh dear, is that a fetus in a sink?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, oh, why is that? Its door just a smidge bit open. Like, just trying to get her to feel worse about it, I guess. Still have PT installed. Oh, PT, yeah, or something else. Also, what was your question, dear Nos? I'm intrigued to know what the question is.
I want to know.
But yeah, still have PT installed. Yeah, if you have PT installed, then you are good at keeping games. Because PT is one of those games that you should absolutely, play. You should absolutely play it if you have it, because it's just so rare.
I cannot.
What do you use to heat up the water for your tea? What's the appliance called? Kettle.
Goddamn.
It's called a kettle.
Knock is getting absolutely wrecked. I'm so sorry.
And if you call it a tea machine, then you're wrong, because it's not just for tea, it's for coffee, and it can even be for hot chocolate if you wanted it to. It's good.
Wait a second. Wait, no more bullying.
Yeah, so it's called a kettle. Not a tea machine. We love Knock Smash here, don't we? I mean, to be fair, when it came to once again, the 1 year anniversary video, Knock Smash did a better job with editing than I did. His section of editing, you can tell it was made by him, because it actually looks neat.
Aww.
Then you look at mine. I'm just like putting like a crash zoom, but then like you look at Nocta's crash zoom on his, or like a mini like zoom in, and it looks a lot more HD because he could actually HDify it. And then you look at mine, and it's just like pixels. When it, Brit gets jump scared, and you just see her pixelated face because I can't do good zooming, HDifying stuff. I just zoom it in, and that's
It's
it.
probably a lot to do with my camera quality too. His is a lot
Yeah,
higher.
yeah, it could be actually. But you know what? I'm going to put the blame on myself there because the superior people blame themselves. Only the inferior people blame others. I don't know where
Well,
take responsibility.
there's logic there.
Yeah, that's. I mean, it's not completely true, but why not go by that mantra? Because it just makes you, you know, it doesn't really make you hate yourself. It just makes you look at where to learn really when a mistake is made, which is the fine line to keep. Don't always take responsibility, but never hate yourself for it. That's the lovely balance. Team Machine height type beat. What is wrong with you guys? Team Machine. Oh. I really need to get going to get my hair cut, but I'm still home. No worries. Enjoy your fresh trim.
When's your appointment, or do you not have one?
I mean, to be fair, yeah, you could probably just walk in and get one.
Yeah,
I
that's
I
true.
mean, I used to, but then I got alopecia, and so now since then my mum has been shaving my head. So yeah,
Good. For free!
yeah,
Nice.
money saved. Don't have to
Hell
spend
yeah.
12 quid on a haircut.
I've never gone to the salon to get my hair cut. My mom's always done it too.
Yeah. To be fair,
Maybe
like
someday.
to be fair, when it comes to, I feel like when it comes to anyone with long hair, it's a lot easier to keep your hair like a certain length because you do it like you can just tie it up and just cut the ponytail, or you can just because I feel like with long hair it's a lot. I don't know if it's easier. To be fair, with me, I just do shave and that's it. I just shave it till it's a skinhead. But like when it comes to styling hair, I feel like because when it comes to longer hair, it's a bit more like the main way that you can style long hair is either make it wavy, curly, or straight, really. But when you have short hair, you can have spiked hair, you can have side parting, center parting, slicked back. You have a lot more variety with short hair than you do
Hmm.
compared to long hair. And so I feel like it would be easier to cut long hair, just simply just the fact that if you're going to keep it long, you can keep it to a
Yeah,
certain
like it's
length
just,
and can just
it can stay boring.
yeah, you can just leave it. I mean, not boring. It's majestic is what we're gonna
Okay.
majestic. And I'm only saying majestic because I'm looking at your hair right now. But yeah, you can just tie it up and uh, yeah, that's how I would say. To be fair, I appreciate hair a lot more than most people, just so much the fact that I lack it. um, like I don't know, like my back of my head feels like there is hair there still, but it feels a lot less there than the top of my head. I'm just
Hmm.
glad that my alopecia stopped essentially, um, while I still had enough hair on the top. Else I would probably look a bit more like I don't know. I feel like I'd be a bit more. I feel I'd probably just stay bald the entire time instead of growing my hair out as often as I do.
Hmm.
To be fair, like I washed my hair today, and normally when I wash my hair, it's just soften my head, but like it stops my hair from being a bit more wild. And because normally I have my hair, I comb it back or I just do that and stick it back so it's sticking up, and I just call it the wild hair because it's wild. But because I washed my hair and immediately put my beanie on so that I could go up the supermarket, it's flattened my head a bit.
Oh, and it was still wet.
It wasn't still wet, I don't think. It was just,
It's
yeah.
impressionable.
It's because it's the beanie. It puts pressure
Hmm.
on the head, so it's a bit more flat. And so as a result, it's now flatter than it should be. Beanies. Who doesn't love a good beanie? Like I've got two. Beanies are cool. Like
I like them. I feel like I should try them out. I
yeah.
don't really wear them
Yeah, I
though.
don't think I've ever seen you in a beanie. I've seen you in cap, and you rock them like you rock everything else that you wear, with style. Um, But yeah, I know quite a few people who.
You mean my little t-shirts?
Yeah, your t-shirt. Sometimes your jackets as well. Sometimes when you wear a
Mm.
jacket. And your glasses as well, because glasses are cool. And to quote Gamma from earlier, when I scroll up and find Gamma's comments,
Oh yeah, glasses are hot girl shit.
yeah, they're hot girl shit.
I remember that.
Yeah, there we go. Having glasses is hot girl
Had
shit.
to find the proof.
And yeah, and I am included in that.
Yeah, there was clarification.
I am the hottest girl you're ever gonna meet, guys. But yeah, I like how we said one more conversation. We ended up going onto 5.
Oh yeah, that was a couple.
I love it. I love being able to talk more, especially with you, Britt, because like I said, we rarely do, and whenever we do, it's pleasant. It's always pleasant.
It is truly.
Yeah, I feel like for now we should end it here.